Welcome to the EST Hangout.
This is the EST Hangout, and today's guests are...
A good Friday morning to you. Welcome to the EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage, live right here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. Thanks to all those for listening live on TuneIn, iHeartRadio, EdmontonSportsTalk.com, Apple Music, for those watching live on YouTube, and for those listening to us on their wherever they get their podcast. The Matt Iwanyk, Tom Gazzola with us here. Jay Milne back in the Hangout on this Friday, and apparently Chris G is joining us here. He was the winner of the EST Flyaway.
The winner
to LA.
The winner of the EST Flyaway to LA. Chris G.
Round of clicks for Chris G.
Well, I would start clapping, but I don't know who this Chris G is. But
we're rattles right now.
People, just prepare yourselves.
What is
this
going
might be the greatest, what would we call this? Controversy?
Yeah.
In EST history.
Put it on the list for this year's Esties.
Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody bookmarked this because... I was second in after Maddie, and I came in, and this lovely fellow was standing in the foyer of the office, and I said, "Hey, you're Chris G," and he's like, "No, and I'm like, "But you're on the Hangout. You won the trip to LA," and he says, "You're damn right, I did." And I'm like, "Well, no, you're Chris G." He says, "Well, no, it's Chris, but it's with a D."
Yeah.
I'm like, wait. So then I felt like an idiot. I'm like, wait. Have I been misremembering this all along? Is this the, what do you call it? The Bernstein Bear effect? Or there's a name for that where you screw something up or you recall something incorrectly. And guys, nasties,
I thought he was Chris G as well.
Everyone here thought
I'm left
Chris
speechless.
G. I don't think I've ever been called Chris G in my life. So,
and then
So here's the deal: the day we give away the trip, it's awarded to Chris.
Yeah.
Chris is the winner. Hey, yay.
Flyaway to
and
LA,
then,
780.
Chris G starts popping up in the nasty chat. Hey, guys, I'm pumped for the trip. Can't wait. And then after the trip, in the new year,
On the
Chris
post-game
G,
show.
hey, the trip was awesome. And it's Chris.G, I think.
Yes,
it's yeah.
With a smiling, happy guy.
As we were setting up the show, I was telling Brendan when he was setting up things on the thing, I was
Brendan's
like, so Chris.G.
Yeah. So is it show up Chris.G like on this?
On the nasty chat where it's like all these names of the people, it was Chris.G. And there's a little picture and you can't really see close, but there's a guy. So you're like, okay, well,
that's
the guy.
him.
It's
Very
gotta
pleasant.
be him. And
Very pleasant.
It's the Mandela effect.
Mandela effect.
And I'm trying. I need to go on my laptop after because I gotta go pull up that show because for whatever reason on my phone I can't see the replay of
Chris
the
D.
YouTube chat.
Chris, yeah, that's me.
Have you ever texted in or have you ever been in the nasty chat?
Not
YouTube.
once on YouTube. No, no. But like when I first started thinking this was a little odd. Like we were literally leaving the Ducks and Oilers game. We're in the rental car.
Yeah.
And we were driving. I think we were going to a comedy show that night. So as we were leaving the Ducks show or the Ducks game, we were listening to
Probably me who read.
Yeah, I think we were listening to the post game show, and somebody, I think it was, must have been Chris G. Texted in, say, yeah, thanks for the trip. We had a great time. So I'm looking at my wife. I'm like, who is this? Like, we're here right now. I didn't text in. I'm looking at her phone. She's not texting in, so I have no idea.
This is the biggest controversy in EST history.
Yes.
Who is Chris? Chris G?
I saw him in the morning show. I saw it, but I haven't seen him right now yet. And a lot of people are going like, "This is amazing. I want to hear about this. This is outstanding."
Will the real Chris G please stand up?
Well, Easy E asked, "Are we sure that Chris guy is the actual winner?" And I can say this one is because to get the trip, it was via email.
And I showed up at the airport, and they allowed me on the plane.
Yeah, like we know it's him
so,
because I exchanged the emails with him. I connected him with our travel agent to connect things. That was all done via email.
Yeah, 100%.
And you sent us pictures via the the Paris Drillage inbox,
yeah,
like during the morning show and stuff.
I emailed you pictures as well too, with that said email.
What the hell's going? What is wrong with some people?
I've got to go into. Well, no, like on one thing, to Chris G, like, well done.
Round of clicks,
done
Chris G.
for catching us. If that was what your goal was, or if like I don't
Interesting.
know, I'm gonna have to go back and try to find the replay of that show because I honestly remember like Chris G like I won like and it was like oh my god like this is the greatest day of my life.
We all know
and
it
everyone's
was
like oh my
Chris
god
G.
it's
Yeah.
him. That's the winner. Like it's Chris.G in the nasty chat. Awesome. And then every time it's like
He
this is the guy.
chimed in on the Reed Wilkins show. I remember this exactly. Hey guys, the trip was awesome. Thanks again, EST. Whoop whoop. And I'm like, way to go, Chris G. We've been foiled.
Maybe he was trying to see how far he could take this and be like, I'm gonna. No one's calling me on this. I'm just gonna keep it going.
My goodness.
Okay, Chris.G. Like,
Are you
well
screwing
done.
with us?
I have no.
Let's see your phone. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go
Give
full
me your
Mike
phone.
Ballard Park
Yeah.
right now. I want to see your YouTube.
I wonder if Chris.G is also Matthew Kachuk and all those like
Ooh.
fake accounts.
Oh, very
Matthew
good.
Kachuk has come in saying nothing pisses me off more than a fraud.
What if Chris.G goes on like Hinge, Bumble, and Tinder and he's like a rocket 20-year-old, but really he's like a 60-year-old dude?
That would totally make sense. And he's living vicariously through Chris D.
Yes.
Yeah. Who knows? Yeah.
Okay.
Why can't I watch the comment replays
Tommy,
on this?
No, guys. I gotta say this. Okay? I should have known.
Why? How?
Because the winner, you told when you won that you're a teacher.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
And we discovered that Chris, who we thought Chris G, was a teacher. Chris G in the nasty chat, and I've said this to Reed off air in the bullpen, has horrible grammar.
You have brought this up.
I brought this up.
You wanted to bring it up with Chris today.
Well, and when is he messaging into? Is it like during block?
It's all day.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
all day.
There you go.
And I'm like,
Which I
Chris,
thought
really-
like this
I'm
is
like-
guys. I don't know how he's doing this all day, but
throwing
I hope we
movies
don't.
on
I
and-
hope Chris doesn't come in and we find out he's an English teacher because his grammar is terrible.
you want to call him
Now it
out on
makes
that.
sense.
You wanted to call him out on that part.
Interesting. Well, now he's been out.
This is so unbelievable. I'm so happy that you're not that Chris G because the 2 with 1 O and 2 O's was totally misunderstood. Blatant bad grammar, which drives Reed nuts.
Oh, you're right.
and
you
he
know,
can't care less.
Can't care less.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We got to find
This
out.
is-
I mean, I don't know.
I need to go back to the old
So he's
YouTube.
radio silent right now, or
And
what?
I haven't seen anything.
Oh, here we
I'm
go.
gonna have to go back to the old YouTube and see if I can find the chat and go because I like maybe I didn't maybe I misread that at the time. Maybe I misread it. And Chris.G in the nasty.
No,
chat.
No. Chris.G
There's enough
definitely
people here to
insinuated
verify
it.
this.
Yeah, we all think Bearstein Bears is one thing or another. Or there was the
Well-
Shaq movie where he was a
Yeah, but it was actually Shazam or
no, there was supposed to be a Sinbad movie, but it was Shaq
Yeah.
or something. But I
We all-
swear there was a Sinbad movie where he was that genie.
No. It's not. It's 1, 2, 3 of us that all know this, and we're just minds blown right now.
Yeah. This is.
I called you Chris G when I came in.
100% you did.
And-
I was
Hey,
preparing for
you
Chris
call-
G on all of our poster
well,
stuff.
it's Chris D.
Yeah. You can just
Oh
change
man,
it up, but
I feel
Well,
like
then, and then Eric comes up to him and is like, "Hey, Chris G."
Yeah,
And
he
he's
said
like,
the
"It's
same
like
thing
D."
too.
And then that's
Yeah.
when I turn. I'm like, "But it's Chris G in the nasty chat." And you're like, "I'm not on YouTube."
maybe I should go on there too, and we should have like almost a little battle.
Beef
between
it
the two.
up, yeah.
Yeah, who knows?
Andrew via the Paris Jewelers inbox 780-218-9999 says from one EST Flyaway winner to another.
Oh.
Time glad to say no one tried to steal my identity.
Well, that's good.
how do we
Yes.
know Andrew's even real?
You the real Andrew.
I don't know what to believe now.
Baggio says Chris Gabagool sounds made up.
Jen saying you can, Matt. You could click the square-looking bubble on a previous video and look at the chat. But I've done that, but it's not from my phone for whatever reason. It's not coming up properly. So I feel like I need to do it on my laptop
assure you of
after.
one thing, Nasties. If there's one person you want on the case for this,
It's
it's that fella right there.
Well, and like we've got people.
He will
like,
not sleep
Well, I gotta
until
learn.
this is put to bed.
I almost want to just go grab my laptop right now and do it during the show
Do
right
it.
away here.
Absolutely. I think you're totally. I mean, this is rocking the core of EST. I
rattled.
feel like somebody's
Big
come
Maple.
in.
Chris G was definitely doing victory laps.
Yeah.
Joel, I remember also.
Thank you.
Interesting.
Chris G stars in Catch Me If You Can. Oh my god!
This is unbelievable. I'm going to go get my laptop.
this
quick.
all-
Yes,
get
I
it.
want this. I want
We gotta
this broken
sniff this
down
out.
right now.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
What a way to start Friday.
Oh man!
Friday.
You know, I said Friday once early in on the Reed Wilkins show.
Yeah.
and somebody's like, you didn't seriously just drop a Flyaway.
I say it like out of spite now because
Oh,
I
do
got
you?
the same thing from some
What
listeners.
the hell's the problem with Flyaway?
They didn't like it.
Really?
It's very childish, apparently.
Fryay off.
Yesterday was
Keep
Great
that
Friday.
open a bit. It's getting hot in here.
It is toasty.
It's spicy. Tommy and I are matching. We're
Yeah, we
twinning.
are.
Everybody, we did not
little
plan
louder
it.
right now.
Yes, we did.
It's the Godfather's here.
Hey, sometimes, Tom, good-looking men with beautiful hair and sculptured legs think alike.
Thank you. Yes, we do.
I feel like he was very
Thank
dismissive
you.
of you there.
What?
I feel like he was dismissive.
I was not.
Of you there,
I think he
Lewis.
was.
I
think he's
feel like there was like
he's
a-
like,
like-
well, thanks, but we don't like my legs are nicer than yours.
I was thrown off by the sculptured legs thing.
Whatever,
I mean,
Tom.
we usually
You know,
say
I was
that
just
for
trying to throw you a
attractive women,
compliment.
but
You know, Fryay.
Yeah, I'm with you on Fryay. I'm 100%.
You're with me on Fryay. You're not with me on a complimenting legs.
No, I'm with you. I
I
just
know
had to
you're not with me.
comprehend
Okay,
what
I
was
know
being
you're
said.
not with me on the hair.
We're beefing.
And maybe,
Bruh.
bruh.
Bring it.
I wasn't
bruh.
sure. I saw everybody with hats on yesterday. I'm like, I'm just gonna rock
TBD,
the
bro.
hat.
Oh, well.
Oh, the hats are
Hats are
totally
good.
acceptable.
I thought it was
Absolutely.
it's formal Friday now.
Brendan's rocking a hat. Brendan's working behind the ones and
Atlanta?
twos back there. And let's just say this.
Brendan was laughing.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like, "What the hell's going on?" I'm like, "This is just another day."
Kate, I have info.
Okay, we got
Oh
it.
my gosh.
I'm sorry, Big
Okay,
Maple.
Brendan, take it out. This would be where you'd find like breaking news, and then Maddie would come in with
Do
this.
we have that on the board? Maybe.
Big
No.
Maple
What?
kind of helped lead this without knowing.
No,
without knowing.
no,
So
no.
I found it. The trip was given away.
So what? This was on
And
the 29th, right?
This is on the 29th. So one of the first things. So Chris is called. You're called.
Yeah.
Apparently you called.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I pulled over on the Yellowhead. I remember. Yeah.
So one of the first mention, Big Maple asks. He asks Chris G in all caps, and then Penner's Pancake says, "Is that Chris G?" And Chris G jumps in, going, "Sweet."
Oh, no.
Then goes, "So happy." And then there's a bunch of congratulations to
No
that Chris.
way. And he doesn't.
Congrats,
dismiss
Kiss.
anything.
Congrats, Chris.
Oh my God.
Waiting all night, couldn't sleep, says Chris G.
No.
I'm just trying to see if there's, because I think there was
Oh
a
my
few more
gosh.
as this show went on.
Chris G might go Sandy on us here, Maddie.
No.
After this is discovered.
There he is.
Got to buy a Lotto Max ticket today, and an Oilers win will top everything off.
You dubious bastard.
You can't click on him and see like all of his posts or whatever.
You can't see the history like that.
Okay. Let me think this through, guys. Now, Chris G was called out in the nasty chat saying, "Is this Chris G?"
see.
Maybe Chris G thought,
He doubled down.
"Oh, they called my name on air," and he wasn't listening at the time.
But then why are you saying I had a great trip?
Why does he need a lotto ticket?
Then he was too far into it. He was too far
And he
in
just
to
couldn't
pull
couldn't
out.
get out. Yep.
He had to just say, "I'm going to ride with this."
He's still riding with it.
I know he. Hey,
This is 2 months after the fact.
Yeah.
But I wonder if Chris G does anything if Big Maples and then Penner's Pancakes don't ask
Chris G.
So I wonder if he saw it and think,
Professionally-
I'm going to have some fun with this now.
Chris G professionally took on the character of
This is
Chris
the
D
one.
Yep.
and has not broken character. This is like
Wow, Chris G. You've stooped to a new low.
You've changed.
This
You've
is
changed, man.
I
I don't know you anymore.
I appreciate this actually.
Chris G. You
Because
have an open invite to come on the hangout.
Explain
You
yourself.
have an hour and a half.
we need-
Show up right here.
The thing I will say that I'm
Clock
impressed by
started.
though was it wasn't a singular day, hey, I won type thing. It was a full commitment
Yeah.
for the next month after that I'm not mad. I'm impressed.
I'm impressed.
I am fully impressed by Chris G. And Chris G, don't go running away.
No,
We want you still around.
We need
Still
you.
want you. But like, I am impressed by all that has happened here.
Chris G, there might even be a job here for you. Like this is mastermind class. This is Corey Perry last night times 10.
I now gotta go find one of like the morning shows I was doing afterward because I think he came in and he's like, great trip.
Was he commenting like during the trip too? Like I just know
Well,
that.
so like, but
after
during
that-
the trip we weren't on the air. We only
Oh,
came on
that's right. Yeah,
we came
yeah,
on
that's right.
after. So I'm trying to remember. Like I thought,
Yeah, that
oh,
just.
he's changed his name.
Oh,
No, because now it's showing up as low key.
What a trip.
Yep, fully changing his name. He's going. Yeah, but he was in the nasty chat on the 30th, and wrote, "What a trip."
My goodness.
But I could tell that he's already changed his name to Loki because before it was showing Chris.G.
But it's back to being Chris.G because Chris.G has been in the nasty chat like this week.
But no. Loki, when you change your name, it changes the past look.
So he's changed it today.
Just recently, in the last 24 minutes since we brought this up.
He has a new identity.
Because I just clicked on it and it brought me to
a new
Yes.
Name new profile.
This is the game of cat and mouse we didn't know we needed.
And a new picture.
Is this
we changed the picture a bit.
You're okay. You're right here. We'll protect you.
So, like, I found this is the closest. This is the closest I've opened it up.
That doesn't even look like me.
Kind of.
But this is a new picture. This is a new
That's a new picture.
What was the old picture?
It was like happy, smiling, like.
But like from a distance, like it's a distant shot, and it's like I don't know what we're gonna do.
Round of clicks for Chris G.
/ low key now.
Low key.
We sniffed this out.
These nasty comments that are coming in are so good. Is Chris G short for Chris Gaines? Do you remember the Garth Brooks?
Yeah.
And then this one's really good. Has anyone seen Chris D and Chris G in the same room together? Ooh. Suspicious.
Wouldn't that be?
Well, he's changed it in the last 24 minutes.
Key.
We've been on air. You haven't touched your phone.
I haven't touched my phone. So
I showed you the 29th, right?
Yeah.
So I'll go pull up the 29th and we'll see it as low key now.
That's my son figured out how to use YouTube. Wow.
Low key, please tell us you're okay.
Low key,
yeah.
Yeah. So he's now like it's fully changed the name and it changes the history of their name.
Yes.
But that's where this is
What a revelation!
Wow! What a way to end a week.
Oh man! Can we have these long drinks?
Jump on in. Jump on in. The official
incredible
drink of the EST Hangout. It is the finished long drink, legend of 1952. A drink unlike any other. Sparkling refreshment, real liquor. Longdrink.com/Canada, where you can enter your postal code and find a liquor store nearest you that has it in stock. Good job, Brendan, switching that. He's going to run some of those a little bit today.
Attaboy. Round of clicks, Brendan. Round of clicks for Brendan.
There we go.
Bobby LaFrench, brilliant text. I love this. Chris G was so far down the line and had celebrated the win with his wife that he bought his own tickets to keep up the charade.
I could believe that. He was so far into the rabbit hole.
Yeah,
cost him.
He just couldn't turn around and come out and just admit.
Another text. I imagine Chris G is like the cable guy because it's cable guy in real life.
Nice. Unbelievable.
Yep.
I am adding this to the Estes nominations.
Has to be.
This for controversy of the year as we speak.
Okay, did we get catfished?
I feel like
a little
dirty.
Like did we?
Chris got catfished.
No,
I guess that's
Chris
not
is
it.
an innocent party in all
I
of this.
think we got catfished.
Totally.
Somebody got catfished.
Matt Iwanyk, I apologize. I had no idea.
But I don't think anyone got.
But
I didn't get catfished. But he got the trip. That's the other part. Like the right person got the trip.
Yeah, hang on. I need to see photos on your phone.
Do you want to see photos?
Right now.
Oh, I love this. This is so good.
Let's see.
Let's just help the listeners.
I need to now find the Estes photo.
Okay, well, this is all of the tailgating here.
Whoa, not that photo.
Where do we start? We exchanged our WestJet companions. We got the little the lounge for 3 hours.
Excellent.
And then then it was delayed for a bit, so we had to hold
I
on.
believe you have a beautiful wife. Well done.
What if he was keeping up the appearances and he bought the trip?
What if we?
And I've been emailing the wrong person.
What if we have an imposter in a room?
This is some Inception shit. And
Guys,
I'm
I
so
don't know
confused.
what
I'm
to
just
do,
kidding.
but I Maddie, you might as well throw Hangout of the Year on there too. Because
I just don't know where Estes nomination form is.
I don't know how this ends. Just go into your webmail and search Esty.
I know our webmail sucks.
It does suck.
I've learned how to do the searching a little bit better, but it's still hard. Esty. I'll do that. Let's see how this goes.
Low-key's in the chat.
Yes.
Whoa! Breaking news! Breaking news!
Catch me if you can, boys. Let's go!
I'll round a click.
Oh my gosh, we love you.
Hopefully he wasn't the pilot on the plane on the way down.
Oh
there.
my goodness.
Yeah.
But he was very coy in some of those. Like but then like kind of coy off the hop when Penner's Pancakes and Big Maple brought it up, and then really swooped in and went with it.
Okay, so when Low Key wins the ST for Controversy of the Year,
Yeah.
he needs to come in like he's like on video, witness protection style.
Like,
What do I do? Accept
Get
this
the voice.
award. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we got to really lean into it.
or Low Key shows up with his wife, and then Chris D presents that award to Low Key.
I think you just wrote the script, Tom.
Boom.
Beautiful.
That's what we do here at EST.
Wow. Wow. This is just, I mean, my mind's a pretzel right now.
I know.
We all thought it was Chris G.
Well done.
Well,
Okay,
thank
so
you,
the
Christian.
trip was good.
Oh yeah, the trip was
Let's
amazing.
get into the trip
yeah,
now.
Yeah. No, trip was good. Yeah, like I said, we were like delayed right off the bat, and so we had to home alone it through Calgary International. But we got there, and my bag made it, and the wife's unfortunately was about 5 hours late. So
Ah.
I know she wasn't too happy because she booked a couple nice restaurants. So we did In-N-Out instead. Which I think
Oh.
it was a win-win. So
Sometimes everything happens for a reason.
exactly. But no, we like honestly made it in a perfect time because we came back after 3 days, and then all the fires started. So we were glad we got there and got out when we did. But yeah, no, all the games were fantastic. The Clippers game at Intuit Dome was ridiculous.
What did you tell us? Like, what are we missing about Intuit Dome that Rogers Place doesn't have? Rogers Place is still a fantastic venue, by the way.
It was very high tech. Like you didn't take out your cards, you didn't take out your phone because you had to do everything on an app.
Okay.
And so your face, you had to do like this facial recognition. Maybe that's part of it. I don't know. Maybe I did the app too soon and he hijacked my app. But
He's a
no,
hacker.
like literally, you walk in, they have all these little I don't know, like pillars.
A kiosk?
No, like pillars, like right across, like when you're going into the Dome, and then as you come up, it scans your phone. It says "Welcome, Chris," and then the door opens.
Jeez.
You walk in, and then all the
Imagine
all
if
the
it said,
concessions.
"Welcome, Chris G."
Chris G, yeah. Yeah. So, and then same thing with all the concessions. You just walk up. It says "Welcome, Chris," "Welcome, Steph," and then the door opens up. You take what you want. You leave, and like there's cameras everywhere. So you get a bill at the end of the night, and
Wow.
hopefully they got it right.
I would imagine
And
so.
but like that whole ring, the scoreboard was pretty intense. Everything is very interactive. They have these little, it's almost like a game controller like on your seat. So there's all these like interactive games, and then you just like
Yeah, I
Really?
saw that
Yeah.
the other night.
Cool.
Like
oh yeah,
it's
they put
trivia.
a couple on the
And you can just
screen,
play right
and
off
you
Are
have
that.
these
to-
people, are they married or dating?
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly.
And you
So-
choose A or B,
Yeah.
and then
Really?
it pulls the audience.
Yeah, and it does it live with everybody, and then there's chargers on all the seats, and the whole venue is awesome.
This is just perfect. Jasmine's obviously late to the hangout. She chimes in the nasty chat. Also, awesome to see Chris G on without me, Maddie.
Don't worry, Chris G's not here either,
Chris- oh, yeah.
Jasmine.
Don't worry, Jazzy. It ain't Chris
Sorry
G.
about that.
That makes sense. So I had emailed you about coming on the show.
Yeah.
And Jasmine then messaged me this week or whatever, or last week, whenever, and she said, Chris G in the Nasty Chat still wanted to come on. And so when I went back onto the Nasty Chat, I went and I saw, he's like, I'm still waiting for my invite for the hangout.
You're like,
And I went-
you got it.
And that's why I emailed you back, because I
Yeah.
thought, like, hey, like,
Oh my
I was
gosh.
waiting. And that's why I emailed you again,
Interesting.
was because I thought, like,
Oh yeah, because I was just trying to find a day that
yeah,
works.
no, and I
Yeah.
thought like, well, like, why is Chris going back in the Nasty Chat going like, hey, I haven't been invited? I was like, well, I've sent it him. I told you, I was like, I sent him an email inviting him about it.
Interesting.
This is
But
insane.
that makes sense now. Oh, that's wild. Jasmine, go to the start of the hangout.
Yeah.
Thanks for showing
Do
up late.
yourself a favor. You're going to be mind blown.
So into it.
Yeah.
Who won that one? Clippers?
Clippers at the
Beat
end, and it
Warriors?
was load management for Curry and Draymond. Of
course.
Yeah, we had friends that actually she bought like a 40th birthday party or a birthday trip for her husband because he's a huge Curry fan, huge LeBron fan, and they went to the Lakers game. I think the night
It was the next night.
Yeah, it was the
Because
next
it was
night.
Oilers Kings at 1 Pacific, and that game was 7:30 Pacific.
Yeah,
Same
and then I think LeBron didn't play on that game too. So they got 2 games in a row where the Stars weren't playing, but still, it was an awesome game. I think they made it close at the end, but I think Clippers won by 3 or 4.
I want to ask you about the wall because I know
Yeah.
we've talked
Yeah.
about. Wait,
Oh, yeah,
give
yeah.
us you were there.
So essentially, like one end. So yeah, I forget what side it was, but it was like seats from court side all the way up to the top of the top of the dome.
Yep.
So they had, I think, a couple like exits that you can get through to get to the main concourse, but there was no like separation. It's literally like I forget how many rows of seats.
Would it be similar to like that one end zone in Seattle?
Yeah,
Where it
almost
just goes
like that.
bottom to top.
Yeah, and it was just, and it was packed to that, and that whole side they had like the big cardboard cutouts. Of
What's the
people's
premise
faces.
behind it? It's like cheaper seats, but it's not as much
It's
frills.
fans only. Like you have to be a Clipper fan. If you show up in an opposing jersey, they will kick you out.
Okay.
It's first come, first serve, so it's general admission. And what they're trying to replicate ultimately in the end is a soccer supporters section.
Right.
Okay,
If you watch a soccer match generally on certain ends of the stadium, and it's usually on the ends behind a goal or something, that's where their biggest supporters are. That's where the banners are and all of that stuff. And that's what they're trying to replicate, is create that atmosphere of like the true fans. And in basketball, it's the great spot because it's, for half the game, free throws. You're trying to mess with the team possibly on free throws
everybody
and stuff.
had like whatever they were giving out there. So
I highly recommend anyone go look up the videos. I don't think they do it anymore, but Arizona State used to do these, like they had this curtain and on the student section.
Oh,
and the
yeah.
curtain would open up and the students would be doing something different. Like they'd be like in a bathtub and washing themselves while the other team's trying to shoot free throws. It's really cool to see, but that's what they're trying to create in a sense, is a supporter section a la soccer.
Loki back in the chat.
Oh, geez, here we go.
He says grammar, Grammer,
Whoops.
wasn't my go-to. TOO J Milne. Well played, sir. Well played.
Loki is winning us over.
He's won me over.
Loki's won me over. Like,
There was no losing of me.
Loki is a legend. He will be.
That is.
If we had banners that we could hang in the rafters, Chris G, Loki would share one for sure.
Yeah.
He needs to come in and sign.
sign. I was gonna say he's gonna need to come in and sign.
Well, we need to have Chris
Or
D
maybe
sign.
I signed for him.
And then Chris
Yes.
He's been doing everything else for me. So yeah, maybe I think that's right.
Okay, the football game, SoFi
man.
Stadium.
Yeah.
Give us the
Yeah,
rundown.
no,
My team.
game was at 5, and we decided we wanted to go there. I think by 1:30 because tailgating was just unbelievable. So I'm like, I need to get something Rams. So I bought a Rams hat. I was at Pro-Am.
I was wondering if you were fans or not. A fan, because
So-
you had the pictures of like a Rams. Like, so was he a Rams fan that won the strip?
No,
was
I
like,
literally
that's
bought
kind of
that,
works out nicely.
that jersey on the corner of the street as we're walking to
Good for you. That's smart.
As they have all
Yeah.
the drinks and all the hot dogs and every barbecue that you can imagine right there. So yeah, and everybody was just fantastic. Like there was just rows and rows and rows of people, and those people were there. I think they said some people showed up at about 10:30 the previous night to
Not
set up
surprised.
like some of the
How are the
setups
seats there?
Oh, they were unbelievable.
I
Like,
remember you
I think
looking
middle
through
of
them.
the second deck, we're like in the corner of the end zone, and yeah. It was
Maddie handpicks those.
Maddie
Really?
picks them all.
I was trying to find out.
Oh, man.
Get decent seats and
yeah,
stuff.
no,
Get
they
good
were
seats.
because if you look around, like there's almost like 7 or 8 different decks, different levels there.
Yeah.
So no, the seats, any seat there would have been fantastic. We weren't.
It's like 100,000 people they can squeeze in there.
Yeah, it was. I can't remember the capacity of SoFi, but it was jammed. Yeah.
How
And that-
far? Like, what's the? I don't know where you stayed, but like, is
it's
SoFi
a 70,000 seat stadium.
Okay.
Why did I see
is
100,000
SoFi
for something?
close
They
in
probably could-
proximity to?
Expandable up to 100.
the Intuit
for major
Dome.
events.
So
I don't know.
it's
major
right
events,
across
those
the
are-
road. So there's
really?
like SoFi, there's a highway, and the Intuit Dome, I think, just south of the highway that kind of
Okay.
splits the two. So we stayed in Marina Del Rey.
Oh,
kinda
Marina
area.
Del Rey's.
Yeah, which was awesome.
Yeah.
So kind of close to the airport, just a short Uber to the stadiums there, and then every morning we were up at I think about 7:30 because my wife wanted to go to all the
Hell yeah.
touristy places.
Did you
So
see any celebrities?
We did. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we did. Olaf from Frozen, the guy that does the voice from Olaf.
Okay, I was gonna be like, you know, that's a cartoon, right, bro?
So what was his name? His name's Josh Gad. He's been in a bunch of movies.
yeah,
so
yeah,
he's
yeah.
in that movie 21 with Kevin Spacey.
He's the funny looking guy.
Yeah. So yeah, we were having sushi.
Okay, hang on a sec. How did you know it was Olaf?
Well, my wife recognized him, and I looked over. I'm like, wait a sec, that's the guy.
Does he wear a scarf
Well,
everywhere?
he
No,
Yeah,
Jay,
his scarf.
he's a guy that if you
would-
saw him, you'd be like, oh, that guy.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
he's been
Okay,
in
we
a
gotta
bunch.
see Brendan.
Yes.
Yeah.
This would be pop
And,
his name up, pop his face up.
Yeah, so we were on Rodeo Drive. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Josh Gad.
Yeah,
Can I
Josh
see
Gad.
him?
That guy.
That guy.
you go.
Yeah.
This guy, what else has he been in? He's been in some decent stuff.
He's like a prototypical, like the nerdy looking
Yeah,
dude,
Yeah,
right?
he was
Yeah.
in the Book of Mormon.
what was it? There was another movie, I think with Jake Gyllenhaal. It was like, he was like a drug rep or something. I remember that.
He's been in lots of stuff.
Yeah, no, he's been in a bunch.
So you saw Josh Gad.
So that was, the thing was, it wasn't that busy because everybody we asked were like, it's Christmas time. A lot of people are gone. So like even traffic, like I was a little nervous driving in LA. I'm like, this is going to be a little bit of a challenge, but no, getting anywhere was pretty easy.
I've often found when I've gone to places like, you know, whether it be, you know, go to London and you see, now in the name, the clock, whatever it's called.
Ben.
Yeah. Big Ben.
Yeah.
And you're like, whoa, you know, you're here looking at it where you've seen it on movies and forever you've seen Big Ben and now you're looking at it. Was there anything like that you saw in LA that was like, whoa, I recognize this?
Well, it was, when we did kind of our little kind of excursions in the morning. She wanted to go to the Beverly Hills Hotel for breakfast.
Hey,
cool. So we
good.
did that, and then we drove around kind of Sunset, and then we did Venice Beach. We went to Santa Monica. I went on the pier. So we kind of hit all the little things that
Did
we
you see
wanted
the
to.
Hollywood sign?
Didn't make it up there.
Okay.
Yeah, but actually we were in Hollywood the last night. So after Chris G messaged in on the after the game, we actually went to go see a comedy show. We wanted to go see like some comedy. So we found like this small place. It was like a jazz club, like right on Sunset, and we saw Nikki Glazer. She did the Golden Globes. So what she did, she came in. And it was maybe 150
Practicing.
people. We were that's exactly what she did. She's like, I'm doing the Golden Globes next Sunday, and do you guys mind if I go through my whole monologue? And
so you got to preview the Golden Globes before the Golden
everything
Globes.
She did on that night, she did right in front of us, and we were like front row, and she was awesome.
I believe the comics call it taking reps.
Taking reps. They practice too, bruh.
Yeah, bruh.
And then Tiffany Haddish, another comedian, she's been in a bunch, so she was there. I think she was like the third one up. And then Daryl Hammond from SNL.
He's great. Yeah.
He unfortunately didn't make it. He was on the posters and everything, and he just he didn't make it at the end. But yeah, still it was pretty sweet. Like it was nice and small little club, and it's cool to see them.
That's
kind
a
of front.
great trip.
Oh, I know. Yeah, like we literally jammed in everything that we could, and that was fantastic.
Weather was good.
You know what? Actually, it was. We didn't see the sun until leaving on the Monday morning. So it was foggy the whole time, but it was actually nice and bearable. It wasn't hot. And
was that like, because that SoFi Stadium is an indoor outdoor, right?
So it's like an open air. So it's almost like an outdoor stadium, but it's got like a massive tent over top.
Right.
Yeah. So like when you're walking in, like it's still all open air.
Can you feel the breeze coming through?
It was chilly. Yeah, it was chilly in there, but yeah, it was.
So it's an indoor-outdoor stadium.
Yeah, so
outdoor
if you can imagine like Commonwealth,
underground?
like when you walk in, you're already almost at the very top of the stadium.
Oh,
so
wow.
walking in, and
so it's
then
a true
everything is.
bowl.
Oh yeah.
They're not allowed to put AC in.
Yeah.
They weren't allowed to do AC because they're too close to the airport. And there was fears of, I think, something connected to the airport and messing with flights and like, with the wind and all that. So they weren't allowed to put AC. So they lowered it and try to get a natural breeze and get the cool air. But that's why, like, when the Super Bowl 50, or no, it wasn't 50, Super Bowl, a couple years ago, I guess it was one of the hottest Super Bowls because they couldn't cool down. Like, the players were upset because they weren't cooling down or anything.
What can you do?
Hot. You're hoping for that air and stuff, but...
Yeah, like when we were sitting, you could feel the breeze going right through.
That's kind of neat.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, it was pretty good. But the tailgating there was awesome. I think we spent like 3 hours out there.
Did you you make it did you tell people you're from Canada and like?
You know what we did at first? Like people were just asking us, where are you from? Blah blah blah, and we didn't overly like go.
They like that though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're like, it's your it was my wife's first NFL game, so they're like, come over here and
have a beer.
We're doing keg stands.
What was the best thing you ate at the tailgate?
Well, there was one family. They had brisket going.
Yes.
There was ribs. Like there's like babies in their pack and plays, and there's like just huge speakers blaring music.
TVs hanging off every.
Did anybody have the 12x10 tent with like a living room setup?
Well, there was a lot of people had their outdoor furniture. They had their mats.
Yes.
And TVs everywhere, and it was like. Here, I'll show you one of I've got a couple videos, and
I love that because in OKC when I went to the Sooners Notre Dame game, Monte Teo played in that one.
Oh no way!
Yeah, they're like, this is. I'm like, I've been to tailgate, I've been to Cardinals games, and it's good, but they're like, no, you haven't seen a tailgate till you've been to the campus in Norman. I'm like, okay, whatever, like sure. Get out there, and a guy literally built a living room. He had his like with like 3 TV sets mounted on. stands and stuff like that with full couches. I'm
Yeah.
like, this is ridiculous.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, you're right.
Yeah,
They do
it was
up.
like, well, here's just rows and rows and rows. Where's the video? Let's see.
Because this is a beast the land that SoFi sits on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just
Oh, easy.
and this was just all day. Oh, that's why that's my wife.
Was
just,
she already? How many cake stands deep? Because she
Well-
looks like she's had a couple.
Well, we made it into the games. That's
Okay.
all I gotta say. So we were able to make it into the game. So, well, it was good we did that because, oh man, like the prices of everything there. Like I thought Rogers Place was expensive, but like you're paying US.
Yeah.
I think it was like $18-19 a beer. And
It's a good
remember-
reminder that, like, yes, it's super expensive here, but it's
But it's
oh, man.
standard.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a standard thing across. Yukon Jack, he's been to SoFi
Yeah.
for WrestleMania, and he's talked about.
yeah. Well, same day it was into a dome, even at the Honda Center. It was,
Yeah.
everything was the same. So
Has Chris G won any trivia?
So okay,
Oh,
I want to
yeah.
quickly go into this because some people, Chris G, well Loki,
You guys can tell. Like this is in my head.
yes, it is. Loki
love this.
says,
I'm rattled.
I have won an ST already. Please give Chris D my 2 easy trivia gift cards, please. And everyone's now trying to figure it out. Surveyor Brett remembers all the ST winners that were listeners, but maybe it's a local somebody in house. Surveyor.
can you imagine?
Maybe somebody in here is playing.
Somebody-
But I will throw this out there. He did come up and say he won a trip. Who's to say he actually won an ST? Who's to say he's won kind of easy
this could
trivia?
have
Who's to say
normology
he's a
written all
he?
over it.
normology.
This could have normology written
think so?
all over it.
Brilliant bastard.
I'm
Norm, is that you?
who knows who this is?
No,
Just
that
throw
because
up.
that image, that pic.
They
Now
could just
I
go
don't know
grab
what
a
to
picture.
believe.
They
Yeah,
could just
that's
go
right.
grab a picture
I
now
was like
off
that-
I'm
online.
shocked he didn't find a picture of me and actually threw it up there on his.
Like,
Yeah.
Maybe
Ooh.
maybe it's Gazdick.
Strutty.
Oh, wow.
Maybe it's Tommy. I don't know.
I've literally been here the entire time.
You have your phone right there.
I have
Maybe
not
it's
been
me.
texting.
You
Oh my God.
You blocked it out.
Maybe when I went on the laptop, I did it.
But Loki
And now I'm
did
trying to point it
say-
out to try to get you guys off the scent. Who knows?
Loki did say to give his 2 kind of easy trivias.
What if he's
Chris
making
D.
that up?
Well, if
That's
there
my
is,
point.
Chris G has won.
But
It'll
maybe there's
be on
no
the
Chris.
thing.
Maybe there's no Chris. Maybe he won something else.
By a different name.
That's what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
maybe he didn't win it all.
Aliases does he have?
Maybe this
Right.
person didn't win it all.
Who knows?
Maybe this person is just saying, I have 2 sitting there. Because somebody else earlier said Chris G, didn't he win a kind of easy trivia or something before?
This is the greatest thing ever.
I did not expect this today.
This is so good. I want to hug you, Loki. I want to hug you.
We could hug Chris here. They're imposters. They're the same.
I don't
We're all
know.
in the same.
I'm
Okay, so
Oh,
kind of
man,
easy
I-
trivia is what we have. Do I have any Chris's winning kind
I
of
love
easy
how you
trivia?
have everything on an Excel sheet. Nobody should be surprised by this, by the way.
Well, this is how we do our pricing grid. There has been a Chris G that has won.
Recently?
Well, I have just straight up Chris G having won yesterday.
He said he won yesterday.
Yeah.
He
Then
said
I've got
I
it.
did win yesterday.
So I've got your number.
Oh, the plot thickens.
Yes, it does.
Let's get him on the air.
I don't have it connected for us to listen
you
and
can
stuff.
hold it. Let's do it. Chris G or Loki, if you're okay with it, just give a thumbs up and we'll put you on the Hangout.
I
keep an eye
love
on
this. I love this. And in the meantime, the hockey game at Honda.
Yeah.
I know they played like crap, but
Yeah, I know. Well, it started out good. Like we were right where the Oilers were shooting twice, so we saw Leon's goal, and yeah, game started out good. They just
I did that.
ran
on
out of
purpose.
gas and just. I don't know if they're looking forward to the rest. Or no, they
You
were.
ruined
That was the
those
last
seats
game
too?
on that trip.
Yeah, they ruined the
Yeah.
mom's trip.
Yeah, the moms. We could see them. They were all on the far side.
Moms are going to be so disappointed in that.
Yeah.
So, but no, there was. I've been in one game there before, and that place was freezing. Like I've never
Yeah.
been to a more colder
Those
rink.
rinks down in the warmer
Man.
climates,
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
an ice box. They renovated Honda Center too. They put new seats, new scoreboard. What'd you think?
The scoreboard, yeah, I recognize the scoreboard there.
Yeah.
It was it was nice and comfortable. You can see it's one like it's a nice put together facility.
The story there is they were under budget in the early 90s when they built it.
Which is incredible.
Yeah. So they had like 25 million left over, and they're like, "What should we do? Because we have to spend this money." So they put marble in on the concourse.
Yeah,
It's very
yeah.
clean, right?
Oh, it is. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
so they put all that marble in because they're like, we need to spend 25 million on something.
Jeez.
Yeah. Did you go to Disneyland or anything like that?
No. We did Disney a couple years ago with our kids, so we stay clear of Disney there.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
In-N-Out
you
burger
bet.
though.
What's that?
I'm just jealous of In-N-Out burger.
I know.
Oh, I know. Like,
Did you get animal style? Did you get the cheese fries?
we got, what did we, wow. The lineup literally wrapped around this place. Like you had to, when you're coming in, like we were almost 2 blocks away and we had to make sure we were in the right lane.
Have you ever had it before?
Yeah.
Yeah,
In
okay.
Palm Springs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it was
good.
pretty good.
Did they
my
have
wife
the
was
person
you had
come
it?
out to you?
What's that?
In-N-Out
Yeah.
burger?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The guy came like
No,
all the way out to the vehicle.
They're
I
very
can't think
efficient.
of anything
Oh yeah.
else right
Yeah.
now.
It's a well-oiled machine they got going there. Yeah. No, it was pretty good.
I love it. That's
Yeah.
the full California
Low-key
experience.
says 1-800, pick up the phone.
I think I know what that means. I do have to say the EST Hangout is presented by Sentinel Storage, Canada storage experts. Best deals on small units, 75% off 12 weeks of 5x5 units. Offer ends Jan 31. Check them out, sentinel.ca for more information. You don't have a thing to switch to, so you're all good, Brendan.
Is that pick up the phone?
Okay, so you'd like me to call? I feel like you're the guy
I
that
can
should
do
lead
it.
the
Give me the
charge.
phone.
What's the number?
Pass the
Oh,
pass
he
the
does.
phone.
Yes.
This is happening.
Because you want to talk to
This
more
is
than anyone
happening.
else. You want to talk to someone more than anyone else. So I will enter it in for
The
you.
people
here.
are sending in like gifs of Catch Me If You Can. There's DiCaprio with the flight attendants.
Yeah. How many
Great
credit
movie.
cards does he have with my name on it? Too?
Well, you just bought a house, Kristen. Congratulations.
Okay, are we ready for this?
And a lot of crypto.
Yeah, exactly. Here we go.
Some kid.
Hello.
This is a thief. This is a thief.
Oh my. I just want to know, I want you to know that we love you dearly. That
I love you too.
you are, this is, what was the genesis of this troll job you did?
I want you to know. Just catch me if you can.
Okay. Okay. The race is on. When will I see you next? Will I see you at the Super Bowl party?
ST Awards.
You'll see me at the ST Awards. Why not at the Super Bowl party?
Central Casino. I'm there.
Okay. Well, Chris G.
How's Maddie's Ravens doing?
Oh, how's Maddie's Ravens doing?
Why are you calling out my Ravens?
How long were you doing this before, like how long were you Chris G? How long were you part of the bit?
No.
Hung up on you?
Jeez.
Or put you on hold?
He hung up on me.
So,
So it's clearly not a thief.
no. So what, like, I think what we'll get look, the controversy of the year, I don't want to, I will be very fair with this, but I have a feeling that this might be one of the big nominees for controversy of the year.
Has to be.
And it might be a finalist that is at the SDs. It may win. That may be when we figure out who Chris G is. If the announcement is the winner of the controversy of the year is the Flyaway to LA, Chris G, Christy, and Christy comes on stage and we go, that's Christy.
It's the
But
Spider-Man
then
meme.
someone else comes up and we're like, oh my God, it's Chris G.
And who do you hand it off to?
We don't know.
I wouldn't
We don't know.
You both will get it.
We've had multiple people, Collingwood Rob included, say this is like Face Off the movie. Chris G is getting more airtime than Chris D, who won the trip, and he's sitting in studio. I want to hear about the trip. Thankfully, we got to the trip.
That's funny.
Blair in Calgary says it's Lieutenant Eric. We would know. Oh my God.
It was Will Fraser. He was in the other room the whole time. No, his name's Chris.
I love a good controversy, and I love a good
Fantastic.
troll job. This is fantastic. This has added a spice that who would have thought this was going to happen today?
Ratings are off the chart, probably.
I mean, we haven't even got to the fact.
We are having a higher day than we have had in a few days. I'll say that. So
Who would and we didn't even say Chris D brought in paninos.
what?
Oh, yeah.
You
Yes.
did?
Yes.
Oh yeah, there's they're in the lunchroom.
Should I bring them in?
Well, it's not.
Cut some up?
Well,
I'm
I think
good right
they're
now,
I was gonna
but-
do the big platter, but I didn't know how many people would be
huge.
in stage.
You would be
That's
surprised
very
how
kind of
quickly
you.
those
Yeah,
would
was
go.
it round of clicks? Round of
Round of
clicks for the
clicks.
real
To the
Chris
real
G.
Chris.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Well, the real Chris, please stand up.
That's good.
He says, "Have a great day. See you at Century Casino, boys."
was
Low
great.
key in the nasty chats.
Also, Zach DeCum would eat half of a platter himself.
perfect. Yeah.
He's a hungry boy.
He is a hungry boy.
Yeah, there's some mild, there's some hot.
Well, speaking of Century Casino, speaking of being a hungry boy, Century Casino's Super Bowl. We will be there. I don't have a thing for this. You're all good, Brendan. Under $10 food and drink menu on Fort Roads. Prizes every quarter, which includes Elks home opener tickets, jerseys. Win your tab. Enter to win a share of $1,000 in prizing, which includes chances to win slot play vouchers and table game chips. Reservations are recommended. edm.centurysports at cnty.com. They have the under $10 menu. This is where Hungry Boy, under $10 menu. That features a smoked brisket cheesecake for $9, surf and turf for $9.99, pound of wings for $9.50, chili cheese hot dog with choice of side for $8, garlic dry ribs $8.50. They also have drink specials, Bud Light $8 for 23 ounces, teen feature cocktails $9, Alley Cat $8, but a can of 4 or bucket of 4 is $29. Join us for Super Bowl at Century Casino. That one doesn't fly as well.
Yeah, that was
Well, that's because there's a paper clip
to it.
Yeah.
Somebody said call him at 2 a.m. and see what his voicemail says. I will not do that. This bit is too precious to foil. I will not call that number again
Don't.
unless instructed to do so by Matthew Iwanyk. I love it. I feed off stuff like this. You are a magician, and I will let this go on. I'm just loving this.
So if you had to rank Intuit Dome, SoFi, which one's
SoFi,
better?
Ooh, good question.
So
Really?
Oh,
that
yeah.
quick?
Oh yeah, yeah, by far. Just the energy, the amount of people, and it was just, it was cool to see. Yeah, it was hilarious because our fantasy was over at that time, but I had kind of a healthy wager against my buddy, and the only 2 touchdowns that were scored in that game were his 2 guys. So yeah, and then I had Connor, and he got hurt, and yeah, but it was cool at the end. They had that pick right in the end zone. I think Murray threw that pick in the end zone for them to seal it.
Good boy.
Yeah.
He does that.
He does that.
That's your boy.
Yeah.
That's your small boy.
He is a little gremlin out there.
He's a wee little
But
fella.
they
Yes.
clinched actually after that game too.
Yep.
Yeah. So it was cool to be there.
I
Yeah,
remember
can't
watching
complain.
that game.
So you said you're a teacher.
Yep.
And you this isn't like he's tricking
Oh, yeah,
the
I-
system. Just make that clear.
Oh yeah,
so
I
everybody
took a
knows.
personal day. I'm not.
You're a lot
yeah,
of
I'm not
these. He
sick.
took one.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on here. Bundled that up with a massage later today.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You want to
I
go
got-
to the banya with us?
We still have never done that.
We still
yeah,
haven't.
I
We'll
got,
get like hit
a little
with those
dentist
leaves.
in the afternoon, and yeah. should
What
be
a
good.
day. What a
What
day.
a day. What a day.
Oh.
Good Friday.
So I have this. It's from Robert Minarchi.
Oh, jeez.
Ask Chris how many games he lost to his buddy in
Oh,
fantasy.
here we go.
So I just want to
He's
throw that out there.
He's the big wig over at Arcan
Nice.
Trailer and RV. So yeah, I usually bust his chops. But yeah, we did go head to head, I think 3 times this year, and I went 0 for 3. But yeah,
That's rough.
yeah, like I'm all about projections, and I thought I was going to win all 3 of those. And
He adds those 2 touchdowns were just the icing on the cake.
yeah, exactly.
Well, so then the question, but did he win the championship?
Oh heck no, he was going to be the 3-peat champion. Or no, wait, yeah, he would have been.
Oh,
the
he's going
3-peat
for a
champion.
3-peat.
Oh.
Yeah, no,
Damn,
and
good for him.
That didn't happen. So, yeah, he always like the winner has to host a draft party. So it's been nice to 2 parties at his place. But this year it's going to be at our buddy Daryl's house. So we'll see.
Seems like a lot of work for
Yeah.
the winner.
Oh yeah, and then the loser has to serve drinks for the first 5
Okay.
rounds to everybody
I like that.
in kind of whatever outfit we choose. Yeah. And our buddy Andy, he's like the diehard Jags fan. So when he lost, like he can't stand the Titans or the Maple Leafs. So we had like Maple Leaf. We got like those Titans pajamas and
Yeah.
everything. We
Oh,
had 'em all
beautiful.
set
Good for
up
you guys.
Well done.
and some good stuff. So yeah,
Do you guys think you could do the sit in the pancake house for 24 hours
oh gosh,
if you lose fantasy, and for every pancake you eat, you lose an hour? Have you seen those?
Could you fall asleep in there?
You can do whatever you want in
Yeah,
there.
I could do it.
Oof.
As long
Like-
as I can sleep anywhere. I can sleep in a booth.
It's like Waffle House or something. You like the guys would lose, they have to go and they have to sit there for 24 hours. And
Do they serve alcohol?
No, I don't think.
I think wherever
Is it
you go,
Waffle
or
House
some,
or Pancake House?
maybe pancake. I don't know.
Because Waffle
But I thought
House
there was
is
drinks,
open
maybe.
24 hours. It's like
And you got to eat how many?
Well, you don't have to eat. You have to be there for 24 hours. But every pancake
Oh,
you
it
eat,
knocks off an hour.
you knock off an hour.
You could probably put down 8 pancakes in a couple hours.
they fill you up, right?
do.
They're big
And there's not
fluffy.
like I don't think you're allowed.
Just serve.
Are you
or do
allowed to
have
puke or I don't think you are. Or like has to sit for a while. I've seen those rules or something. So like I feel like
So it'd
that's
be
actually
20
not that hard. I could
But the
do
pancake.
it.
What if
Like
they're
I bring
big,
my
thick-
laptop
It'd be 18 hours.
or bring my phone. I could.
It'd be 16 to 18 hours because over that course you could put
Yeah.
down 8 pancakes.
Or just crush like one pancake like an hour. and
I'd
then
go
just
at
take
like
a break.
midnight.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
you'd have to embrace you're going to be here for an extended period of time. There's no way you're going to fill your belly and eat 12 pancakes in an hour and knock this thing. Like, you just physically can't.
I would go early, like at midnight. I would tell the waitress, like, look, I'm going to tip well. I'm going to be here for a while. But then I go right to sleep. Crush a few hours because I'd be tired.
Are you gonna fast?
I would
before?
crush a few hours, like right
does
up.
stuff
Ooh,
like
that's a
that.
good idea.
Do you fast for like 12 hours or do you?
I don't
Go
think
in
that
with a
helps. I don't
100
think that helps.
Yeah, I think
you
it
gotta
would be a shock.
I think you got to
consistency.
season your belly
Yeah.
a little bit.
You don't have. Well, it depends when you go. I think a 12-hour fast beforehand.
Oh, I disagree.
Really?
I strongly disagree.
Eat light, vegetables.
Yeah,
all that stuff.
get some,
Yeah.
as Fergie's prostate call it, get that broom in your system.
I will.
That's
I
right, the
have done
natural
60
broom.
ounce of steaks / 2 sets of sides at the brew house one time. Have you done something like that?
No,
You were
I'm
backed
not
up
a big
for
eater.
a week, weren't you?
I was so I can eat. I can eat. That's all I'm trying to say here. I have a little bit of experience of going and eating a ridiculous amount of food.
I hate the thought of having a food eating challenge.
Yeah.
Like for eating the biggest what was
Man-
the old
man v
59 or the old 56 or
Yeah,
whatever it was.
Great outdoors.
Great outdoors.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't do it.
Brew house has 40-ounce steak night and sides, and I did mine. And then Dusty only finished half of his, so I finished
Oh,
his.
you and Dusty.
Holy.
You must have missed the invites, hey, Tom?
Yeah, I didn't get that one.
This was like in 2014
Whatever.
when
I knew Dustin.
we were
then.
you
friends
weren't
back
working
then,
with
yeah.
us,
Dustin
and
and
it
I
was
were
an office.
friends.
It was a station thing,
Whatever.
and we went with my GM and other PD. So sorry, you didn't get the invite. Chris G got the invite.
Oh, I bet.
The funny thing is, Maddie and Tommy and Dustin all know me so well from low key.
God, who is this?
Dickens.
Okay, the only thing I have to ask to low key then is your name Chris? Is that legit your name, or are you something like? Are you just saying it's Chris?
Who's
for
the Chris
all
that
this?
we all?
I don't know,
really
but
well?
like if it's Chris, then I could start focusing on the Chris's of the world.
Right, and you're gonna sniff this out
But
fast.
But
But I just need to know: is it
What?
Chris though?
but this person also said they want an Esty.
Well, that again could be a lie to all of that.
They pretend to be Chris D for months.
Chris G.
For
Well,
months.
Chris D. Yeah,
Pretending
you're
to
right.
be Chris
Thank you.
D.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing I need to know is like, is your name Chris? If it's not, then okay, I could start thinking differently.
Are they covering my classes right now?
I-
Well, with their grammar, probably.
Probably not.
Yeah, no. They,
I like good fantasy football punishments that are clean. Like they're fun.
yeah. One I
said-
saw.
Ours is you got to buy the booze for next year's
Sure.
draft.
Well, it's serving.
not
Like even just going to the pancake house, I'd be there for 24 hours. I think those are fun.
I think that's a bit difficult with people with real lives.
That's
That's
on a
tough.
weekend.
Yeah, not with you have kids.
I s-
Your wife ain't letting that one go over. Sorry.
I
The
saw
24-hour one.
Bring the kids.
Yeah, good luck with that. You have kids.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah. 10 and 7.
Yeah.
Wow. I saw one that was at Rogers Place. They were sitting in the 200s right below the press box. It was like the 10 guys from the fantasy league. And the loser that year had to wear a wedding dress to the game.
Oh,
Nice.
It was bad. It was not pleasant to look at.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it was hairy shoulders.
Oh, my word.
This is the EST Hangout presented by Sentinel Storage, live right here at Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton Sports. We got Chris D, the winner of the Flyaway to LA, with us here on the Hangout. Jay from EST, or the Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne with us. Tom Gazzola and Matt Iwanyk. And we've got Loki saying, Maddie, don't think too hard who I am. Okay. We got Brendan, who also our intern on the other side, because he's going to start, maybe we're going to add some things to the Hangout, maybe a little bit moving forward throughout his internship here. So he's learning, he's watching, he's judging, he's staring at me, just
you're
thinking
very
very,
judgy. I
very
like it.
focused
I'm here
right
for
now.
it. I
We're
like
live on
it.
TuneIn, iHeartRadio, EmtonSportsTalk.com, YouTube, and also wherever you get your podcasts. And as I said, we are presented by Sentinel Storage. Yeah, Maddie, don't think too hard who I am.
I think I know who it is.
This is a Riddler type of scenario. Just don't commit crimes.
Who do you think it
low-key.
is?
Did you put that number in your phone?
Nope.
Try it.
I don't. Can I see? I don't want to pull it up here.
See what comes up.
You think you have
Do
it?
you have it?
Well, what if you put it in your phone?
Well, I was
and
going to. I was going to. I need to. I don't want to open up your phone.
Maybe he has a burner phone. Maybe that was the number you
Now
gave.
that would be something.
Yeah. He's taking it.
Don't
that far.
look, Tom, because if it comes up, I don't want to know. You shouldn't know either.
I want to know.
I know you want to know.
It's not coming up.
Oh,
Nothing.
Dang, that I don't.
maybe I try.
Oh, I just got rid of it. I think it started with that.
It's 5/8. No, just kidding.
That's the start of the number right there.
Okay.
So,
Maddie
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
What a ruse.
comes up his wife's phone.
This whole time. Yeah.
I almost don't even want to know.
I don't want to know.
There's
I don't
part
want
of
to
me
know.
that doesn't want to know.
I understand.
I don't want to know.
Until like an Estes or something. I'm almost good not knowing.
Low key will live on in infamy, and
This whole thing.
Call Strut.
We'll
Call
change.
Strutty. No, we have Strutty's number.
That ain't Strutty.
It's not Strutty.
see, T Roy's still here. That's who I was thinking it maybe could have been.
No, we would have had that. We would have sniffed out. T Roy's enjoying some delicious beverages right now.
He's still the one that didn't answer. Is his name Chris or not?
Or if his last name starts with a G.
Doubt it.
That won't be as helpful to me. It's the Chris. If it's Chris, okay, I could start locking in. Who do I know that are Chris's? But if
And
it's
he's
not
not
a Chris,
responding to that,
he's not.
which would suggest that his name is Chris.
I don't know. Bronco Nick, by the way, speaking of like eating a lot of food, Bronco Nick says, I've eaten 26 pieces of KFC
See you, T Roy.
by Godfather in one sitting as a 13-year-old. Oh, man. Bronco Nick. I don't know. Yeah, 26 pieces. And what's up with Italians loving KFC? My grandma and grandpa loved KFC.
Because it's Toonie Tuesday.
Maybe that's
Got
it.
chicken for $2
Yeah, that could
for
be
a
it.
Toonie. It was great.
They loved KFC. It's like, we're getting KFC this week. I'm like, no, I just want some pasta.
This is so good. Big Maple says, Chris G should be henceforth known as Kaiser Sose. No? I'm not Chris, he says.
Yeah, he also said, I'll come on to the Hangout next Friday. Can't do next Friday. We've got the draft next Friday
Oh, yeah.
of Handsome Men. How are you guys, you guys ready? Week out?
Yeah,
I don't
what are
know.
the categories? Do we know?
Boys have to figure it out on Monday, I believe.
And what's Quinn going to throw at us? Who knows?
I think this is a great draft. I think it's very vast. Like this one here is where, what was the draft where it was more of a feel-good draft because it wasn't necessarily right or wrong answers. It was just like, this is who you thought. Everybody had a pretty solid draft. I feel like that's how this is going to go. Like, there might be a 1-1. There might be a 1, 2. But other than that, there's so many
I don't
handsome
think there's
men.
a guaranteed number one pick.
You're right. I just said there might be something that's more consensus than others. I mean, it would be like a George Clooney-esque person would probably be up there.
Is it like actors or like
Anyone.
Anyone.
athletes?
I
Yeah.
am
Athletes.
going to push for an Edmonton sports category, like
Ooh.
like that played for the Oilers or played for the Eskimos, Elks, or something.
Oh yeah.
That's a good one.
I'm throwing it because there's quite a bit of good-looking men that have. Come
I don't
through
care
town.
for like the media, Edmonton
No, I
media
don't.
person.
Slim Pickens. I'm
Well,
just going to say
It would
it.
just be you and
All of us.
you.
Goff. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's
Nailed
just
it.
where, like, I think just like I'd like a little bit of Edmonton representation, like Sheldon Surrey. So because we got into
Mike
this-
Riley.
Michael Riley, Joffrey
Man,
Lupul
man. Oh, yeah.
was thrown
Lupul.
out there. Like, there's been
Yeah.
a few good ones that have come out here.
Marco Sincar.
Yes. That's right.
Some might go Hank Olisic.
Shankalisic.
He apparently was completely ripped.
Really?
Yeah.
Tom Richards.
Oh, yeah. I met him. He's nice.
He's a
He was
beautiful old man.
He's a good dude. I was surprised because I floated out there to a few girls and I was like, do you think Ryan Gosling is like tippy top of the mountain? They're like, no.
Yeah, he's got
Don't.
yeah.
And even Jasmine said that. She's like, he gives me the ick. And I was
Yes.
like, what is this?
See, the term handsome is not hot. It's not
Okay.
sexiest. Handsome,
Well, Jasmine
Means
was saying it
more.
also should mean personality.
100%.
All that
Humor.
comes into
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Humor.
Oh,
yeah.
see, I might not be the most sexiest man in the office,
You're damn
but I might be
close.
pretty handsome. Agreed? When I say that statement, does that make sense?
I think you're sexy and handsome.
Ooh, baby! you just want me to take
What
you
did
for
you
lunch
walk
again.
into, Chris?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
it's Friday.
so handsome man draft. You have 1-1. Who you taking?
Are you talking like in Edmonton?
Wherever.
Oof.
Because I would imagine if you because the way it works is you take your best pick. So I would imagine you're going to go outside the parameters of an Edmonton athlete.
Yeah, first overall is
You
a
know what?
blessing.
What
and a
I
curse.
think of, because I
think it's a curse
remember
this time.
I drafted
agree.
this person a long time ago. That was Eric Decker from the
Oh,
I remember him, and
rope.
he was married to like a country singer too.
Eric
He's good
Decker.
looking,
Eric
man.
Decker.
Who's this guy? I remember the name.
He was
Eric
with the
Decker,
Broncos.
87.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
87 Denver Broncos.
yeah. I had Eric Decker.
Whoa.
It was
Who's
Denarius
she?
Thomas and Wes Welker were all on my team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Jesse James.
Yes, that's
Decker.
right.
Wow.
Country American country pop.
She's like immaculate.
She's Italian.
Well,
Of
there we
course.
go.
I would imagine, like in the athlete category,
Wow.
you know, I really think like new Tom Brady is kind of getting a little sick looking for me.
Well, he's trying too hard
too
to
much
be
too
the
gone.
old Tom
Removed.
Brady.
That's a hot couple.
Like he's had his hair done, he's had his face done.
Okay, here's the
His
one thing I
hair.
also think with
Oh yeah, he got plugs done.
What?
with
You got,
handsome
you got
draft,
Joe bucked.
I think for the most part in their adult life, they have to have been handsome. I don't think they could have I don't think you're that handsome if you've just had like a glow up or something in your later years. Like I think you have to be able to look at their life and be like they've been handsome. Doesn't matter about the hair. Like for sometimes it's like, well, when they have this hairstyle, they look handsome. To me, well, then you're not the most handsome person if it has to be a specific look for you.
Yeah, so I'd
Handsome.
imagine there's going to be sports. We are a sports station.
Yes.
That'll probably lead the way. Then there'll be an open category. Then there'll be probably a musician
Yeah,
category.
that's a good one.
Like Lenny Kravitz to me is just
Is that handsome?
mind-blowing.
He oozes sexiness.
Yeah, he's something.
Right?
Yeah, but that's not handsome now.
But it
Yeah,
might
that's
be.
a good point.
It depends on your definition of handsome.
Okay, well, let's
Picks
see
up
what
his guitar.
ChatGPT says. What's
Yeah.
the difference between
Billy Ray Cyrus.
most handsome man?
With the
Did you
mullet?
see him singing this week?
I didn't look into it because
was
it was
he
at
at
some
the
sort of
inauguration
inauguration
or
or something.
It was.
Like, was he drugged up or
He
something?
must have been.
How bad was it?
I'll pull it up right away. What's the
Gotta
difference
see
between the
this.
most handsome man and sexiest man?
I like Miley Ray Cyrus, by the way. I find her very attractive.
Do ya?
I don't mind that voice.
I think
Kind of-
she's really cool too. She's got a wicked voice when she sings.
Most handsome man. This typically refers to physical attractiveness, emphasizing facial symmetry, features, and overall appearance. It's more about beauty in a classical or aesthetic sense, often judged by universal standards of good looks. Sexiest man. This goes beyond physical appearance and includes charisma, confidence, and allure. It incorporates personality traits, style, and sometimes a sense of mystery or charm that makes someone irresistible, appealing on a deeper level. Sexiness is more subjective and can vary greatly from person to person. So there, we were saying handsome involves personality. ChatGPT says it's reversed. Or
Oh.
think of it as reversed. Handsome is straight up looks.
Okay.
Sexiest could involve intangibles there.
Yeah, I don't agree with that Chat GPT. Who says Chat GPT
Let's
is
ask
right?
the English teacher.
Yeah.
Well, I
Well,
don't
we didn't
teach
say it
it.
was
Oh,
the
no,
English.
no. I stick to construction. That's about it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Can you give me some more of that Miley Ray Cyrus voice?
Yeah, Tommy.
I'm oddly turned on right now.
Well, handsome. Brendan 1-1. Who are you taking?
No one can hear him.
Yeah, but he's
Yeah, we can hear him. We can relay.
Our listeners can't. That's kind of
he shrugged
important.
and said, "I don't know."
Okay.
That's okay. So it does include intangibles or doesn't?
According to ChatGPT, handsome is generally more just straight up the look of them. The classical sense of are they attractive? It's the sexiest can go, it makes the intangibles where personality can make you, if you have a humor or
Okay.
something, that can make you sexier. Or if you could be the dark looking guy and it's like that makes you sexy
Got
and
it.
stuff like
Luke
that.
Combs, throw a guitar on him, and boom, sexy.
Okay.
There you
See,
go.
Very unattractive otherwise.
Well, if he didn't have that guitar and wasn't singing, I don't know.
yeah, like Post Malone, same thing, right?
There
Like,
you go.
yeah.
Post Malone's too much, man.
I like Post Malone. I'm liking him more and more.
Yeah, I like his
He's a weird-
charisma,
Yeah.
but he's hard on the eyes. My kids, like, we watched the New Year's Nashville special,
Oh yeah.
and he was at some little podunk bar with Chris Stapleton, like wicked stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But you look at him and it's like he's got the grill and he's got the teardrops, and apparently he's like a chain smoker.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like it's, sometimes I know that sometimes you're trying so hard to look so weird and
Mhm.
out there that it's like cool. I don't find that cool.
I understand. I just love that meme of him where he was, I don't know what he was doing, but some guy was like pouring his heart out to Post Malone, and he's just like, "That's great, man." I love that.
Would you like Billy Ray Cyrus' performance this week in inauguration?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
Is that his hair?
Don't take my horse to the old town
that Miley or
road.
him?
Go
Him.
ride till I can't no more. Gonna take my horse, old town road.
Did they just take out the vocals?
That's he was so apparently so awful that they almost like they tried getting him off stage and stuff like that. But like he's got like no voice or anything. He sounds like deaf.
Oh.
To the old town road, I'm gonna.
Wow.
Poor
Crowd
Billy.
sounds better.
Poor Billy.
I don't know. Like if I was at anything, like I don't care whether it's not anything, and you're hearing a singer, I'd be like, "What's wrong with you?"
T's and P's for Billy Ray Cyrus. Not looking good there, brother.
Yeah. So just throwing it out there. So we'll see what the Handsome Man Draft has for us in store next Friday. The Morning Boys, because the Morning Boys, you guys still haven't even figured it out that the Morning Boys control this stuff.
What?
They're gonna dictate the categories.
Of course they do.
They always do.
What do you mean we haven't figured that out? You think we're stupid?
So
Yeah,
then
I
what
do
would
actually right now, because you're allowing the two guys who are going in for the voting to dictate to skew it in their way.
I don't care. I've won. Eric's been the biggest liability in this draft.
I'm just saying that, like, it's
Dustin has not done well. It's been Tom and me carrying the weight.
Good job.
Bring it
You had
on.
one win that was a co-share.
Yeah, who cares, Matt? A, it was a win.
It was a co-shared
And
win.
B, I won fair and square. And C, I have the highest win, voting percentage at EST by a mile.
Awesome.
It's like a
The
team.
Buffalo
shutout.
Bills got to the Super Bowl 4 straight times and they lost. Cool.
Whatevs, Matt. You just butt hurt.
I'm just trying to protect you guys here. You're allowing two guys to dictate how the draft's going to go. So obviously they can help make it better for them. And you guys are just like, yeah, that's cool. We're good
Well,
with
if
this.
it's better for them, it's better for us.
We usually
No,
beat
it's-
them.
We ain't no Joes.
He's
we're
only
pros.
You've beaten more. I'm
yeah.
just whatever. I'm just trying to help you guys. You guys want to allow two other people.
Oh, we don't need your help.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm
Save
good
it.
then. I will.
Save it for somebody else. Save it for the secondary supplementary draft, which I think we do need to do, where it kicks somebody up. I think Commish has got to change it. Last place, you're out, and you're into the bottom of the barrel. And
I
then
disagree.
You're
That would
up the
hurt.
chain again.
That would hurt.
Well, in the sake of getting new faces into the draft,
Yeah, I don't want to go in.
okay, then you can opt out.
No, I can't because she's forcing it on me.
What? Who? I thought you were the coup.
Oh, if I'm the coup,
Don't
then
you run this place?
remember that next time I have to have the chat with you, Jay.
Oh God, I don't want to have a chat.
You've come in on a special day.
I love it. I
This
love it.
is
I love it.
something else.
No, it'll be
That
fun. Friday vibes are always great around here.
Yep.
I suppose we
Today
should
they're
talk about the masterclass that is Corey Perry from last night's game.
I wanted to get to the other game yesterday.
Yeah. Now, I did have a question because as much as Corey Perry was on display last night, I thought Zach Hyman elevated. The question was, kind of since the suspension, who's going to elevate? Who's going to be the game changer in Connor's absence? Leon's the simple answer, and he has. That guy is a wagon. He is a superstar, having one of his best years of all time. Zach Hyman really elevated his game.
Is it because of the
Last night.
suspension or is it because the helmet went back to the
Oh,
original
yeah.
helmet?
Yeah, no bubble
Maddie,
last
can
night.
you imagine? And Tommy,
You just
I've
see it's like getting sight for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like how much of a hindrance that would be, and breathing wise, and just comfort wise. Like that would be like living in. It'd be like the bubble boy.
Or just what's your familiarity? Like you're used to the one helmet
Sure.
for so long to go back to that, getting used to it again would just mess with you, I would imagine.
But it was interesting to see like that line of was it Draisaitl, Hyman,
Oh, he was with Podkolzin
Or
and Arvidsson yesterday.
Podkolzin, and Arvidsson. But that's the funniest thing. Like everybody always talks about these lines so much. They're so fluid once the puck drops. There's really no rhyme or reason to it. Do other teams in the league do that as much as the Oilers would, Tommy? I feel like other teams stick to their lines. At least more so than the Oilers.
This is the most I've seen it out of any coach. And I've dealt with like 10 coaches in the last 15, 16 years. because Jay did it quite a bit too. But yeah, Chris is doing it. This is the most I've seen. I don't think other teams do. I don't.
Yeah, I think we just have the luxury of having so many like deep players that we can just interchange people like on the fly during the game. That and they know each other so well too, and they mesh together so well. Where who knows if other teams just don't have that same chemistry, or either if the coach doesn't have that same trust
Right.
in his lineup that he can do that and have some success with it. So
Very fluid.
very
Very
fluid.
flexible.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the Oilers handled the Canucks yesterday as perfectly as they could.
Well, we have controversy in the nasty chat.
Before we get to that, I think straight up, you beat them on the scoreboard like they did.
That's the way. Yep.
Secondly, every time then the Canucks tried doing something, they didn't fully engage. Like there was the scrum where Corey Perry went and grabbed, who was it out of the Quinn Hughes grabs him, takes him over there, deals with them that way. The first moment Garland like had any sort of situation, because I think that's what leading up to that was, Stetcher recognized it was him, put him in the boards, which led to that little scrum. And then even later, when there was that fight that wasn't a fight,
The Bluger.
how Corey Perry gets him to drop his gloves, and then he keeps his gloves on and gets the skates to the Oiler bench after and just is laughing. Like they got under the Canucks' skin. They beat them where they needed to, which was on the scoreboard, but then also didn't get into any sort of big scrums or big fights or anything like that. And I'm also going to give credit to Evan Bouchard or Ryan Nugent-Hopkins because they played the dark arts yesterday.
They did.
Mm-hmm.
Evan Bouchard with the high stick, with his head going back when it really, I don't even think there was the high stick on the play. Got the call. Nuge at the front of the net, he like dove or something, or like he tripped. Do that against the Canucks. Go for it. I'm proud of them for that.
I want to ask Chris something. In terms of satisfaction level, that win last night, where would you put it as an Oilers fan?
Yeah, I think that's they needed what they had a job to do last night, and they did it. And just not getting involved in all the crap that everybody was talking about, all the noise outside. And like they're all professionals. They know the job that they need to do. And I think it's a good step forward. They got one more game without McDavid here, and take care of business with Buffalo, which should be close to a guaranteed win, but you don't want to say that. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I was just like the Corey Perry smirk.
Oh, I love it.
After drawing that.
Master
And it was so
class.
funny. Like I forget the opposing player, but he didn't even realize it wasn't Corey Perry that tripped him. He just found Corey Perry as the lowest hanging fruit and went and started chucking him. It was nice to see Connor Garland's head smashed into the glass. I'm sure that brought a lot of joy. And then the refs did a great job at the end of mitigating.
Yeah, set the tone too.
Of saying, no, we're not even, like, there was the player that was ejected from the game. I mean, there wasn't, or I think it was a misconduct that was handed out.
The Friedman 10-minute.
That was, he didn't do anything. He just skated with intent as if he was going to do something. And the refs handled it and said, nope, no thanks. And yes, of course, there's bias.
Oh, yeah.
Canucks fans would think that was a BS call.
Welcome.
Well,
welcome.
We thought what happened Saturday night was pretty terrible too, but whatever.
Collingwood Rob wants to hear more from you.
From me?
Yes.
Collingwood Rob.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He wants to know what you think of the Oilers more. He said, Chris D, what's your take on the game? We kind of got into that a little bit, but maybe a little bit more from Christy. And he says, thanks for speaking up for all of us listeners. You represented us well.
Thank you.
Collingwood Rob appreciates you.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Collingwood Rob. Perfect. No, I caught the last, kind of the middle of the game. My son had a practice, so we were on the ice for a bit. I just like every fan, just excited for the season, excited for the last couple of years where we've been competitive, and just going from where we were at the very top at the end last year, and just wanting to get a good start. I know it wasn't the start we had or we wanted, but
I've raised my hand because you're a teacher, and I have a question. What do you think of the Oilers' goaltending?
Well, actually, it's funny you said I was a goaltender. Well, I still kind of am.
Crazy son of a bitch.
Well, you're from Sherwood Park, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that's where I've been. I played my junior there, and I've been a goaltender in my whole life, and I like the way both of them had been playing this year. Like having Pickard being, what is he, 12-4 now?
Yep.
Yeah, he's a different style goalie, but he's an older goalie, which kind of comes from that kind of style era. where he's not, just blocking everything and being a positional goalie. He's stepping up when the team needs him, and same thing with Skinner. I know a lot of people have a really short leash when it comes to him, but like I said, take a look at his age, take a look at where he's been, take a look at where he got the team to last year. Yeah. Like he steps it up when it's time, and I'm really happy with the duo that we have. We didn't think it was going to be the duo like a couple years ago. Right? We thought it'd be Campbell and Skinner, but Pickard's really grabbed the reins and done a great job. And I think he's won the confidence over with the group, which is great because it doesn't matter what goalie they have in the net this year. Everybody just rallies around who's ever back there and knows they have their back, even if they want to pinch. If it's Bouchard wants to step up, he knows that if he's going to get beat at the other blue line, he's got somebody back there that's gonna hopefully bail him out. So it's always good for a team to have those both goalies going at the same time, and not worried if one guy goes down that you're out of luck. Which there's a lot of teams in the league that have that worry probably in the back of their minds too.
That was a great summary.
Yeah,
see,
there you go. Fantastic. You were a goalie?
Yeah.
Okay, so talk us through your hockey career.
Well, I've been in Sherwood Park my entire life. I played.
Did you grow up in Sherwood Park?
Yep.
Where'd you go to high school?
ABJ.
Oh, yeah. Scotsman. Huh?
Yeah. Well, the old building. It's funny because my son is actually in that building now because it's St. Teresa. Yeah. So going through that building, actually at the beginning of the year was the first time being back since I was in high school, which was a few years ago.
What year did you graduate?
2000.
Oh, we're very close. So you would have known the Chinskys of the world.
Oh yeah. Matt, Chris.
Well, Chris I played with Chris.
Yeah, Chris is a year older, and Amy was his younger sister, my wife.
Willie Schulba.
Oh, Willie. Yeah, we played like Adam, Pee Wee. Yeah, because he was like a quadruple sport athlete.
He was a heck of a football player.
Yeah, great football player. He was probably he probably played many positions back then, but so
T-Buds?
What's that?
No, I don't think T-Buds was a
Tyler Budinsky?
Yeah.
He's hilarious. Yeah, I love that guy.
No, he was a Sal guy. Never mind.
Was he Sal?
Yeah. Anyways, your hockey career.
Yeah, so I played, Adam, Pee Wee, all that stuff growing up. And then when I was grade 12, I left to go play in Grand Prairie for the Storm and played there for a year and a half. And then got traded on a Thursday night to Sherwood Park. And played there for my last 3 years.
So that would have been the Crusaders.
Crusaders, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so played there for 3 years. And then after I was done, I was going to school at Nate's at the time, like my last 2 years, because I didn't think I was going to be. I didn't have the most successful first two, so I decided to go to Nate's, and then I did pretty well in my last 2 years. And then after that, I went to the U of L, and I was kind of like a third stringer at the U of L. There was two other goalies that were pretty good at that time. And
wow,
that's a pretty good. Actually, put together a nice little.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, it was fun playing in front of all your friends and family back in.
Who's the person you played against that went on to go the furthest?
Oh, I'm trying to think. At that time we had a pretty good team. We had a lot of guys get scholarships at that time, and I'm trying to think. I remember Joffrey Lupul when he was 16. It was his first game. He got brought up by the Traders when Fort Saskatchewan had a team at the time. He went shelf on me. I think his first shot of the game. I think he was there for 2 more games, and then he went. I think it was Medicine Hat at the time.
Yeah, is that just something as a goaltender, and you see Joffrey Lupul, who now obviously had a excellent career, NHL career.
Yep.
Was it something you said he shelved it on you? Was it like, was that a wow? That kid's gonna go somewhere kind of thing?
Yeah, you could at that time there was guys in the league. Like at that time there was a lot of skilled players, but there was a lot of guys that teams just had because they could drop the mitts, and it was a different time. I think there was a 3-fight rule in the league at that time. But you could tell that when guys made an impact in the game, when kind of everybody was watching them when they were on the ice, you could have an idea of who had it and who didn't. So. But no, I liked it. It was good time.
I like the old Jubilee Arena.
Oh yeah,
in Fort
I got concussed in that arena.
Oh
yeah. I think I think it was Chris Casper at the time, and he was coming down the left wing and just driving the net and took me out, and then I hit the back of my head on the far post. And then that was
night, Chris.
Night. I think I got injured more in that rink than any other rink.
It's nothing to behold, right? Obviously, but there's something about it that I liked it. Sherwood Park Arena, I never got it. Couldn't play well there.
Yeah, it was
weird,
like,
but-
I remember when we played, like we had a good fan base at the time. Like we were doing okay in our last couple of years. So we had, like, I remember in playoffs, like we almost sold it out a couple times at the end. But yeah, hopefully, like, they have the talks with the new arena in Sherwood Park.
Yep.
They're gonna have a bunch of ice out there. So hopefully, fingers crossed that happens, because taking my son out to Josephburg and Lamont isn't the most fun thing on a Saturday morning. But yeah, it's like when there's people there, it's a really fun atmosphere to play in.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
It's just a matter of getting those people there. So hopefully, like, they got a good team this year. Like, I don't know if you've been out to any of the games. Yeah, they got a good squad. Like, Adam Surgery is the GM. We actually taught at St. Ed's together for about 4 years.
Nice.
And yeah, they're doing a great job in the last, like, 3-4 years, just turning over guys with scholarships and things like that. So,
Good program there.
Yeah, you bet. You betcha.
Portions of this hour of the EST Hangout, they are brought to you by the Hive Product Marketing, official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk, promotional products that bring the buzz. Check them out, Hive Product Marketing.
That was a good toss.
Oh, Chris Branco says Chris also played in the Dirty Birds charity tournament.
Oh, yes, Chris.
And led Team Blue to victory.
I did. Actually, that was Dusty was. I remember he was on one of the teams that year.
I played in that one too.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
it was at Gark in Sherwood Park that year. And yeah, I hadn't played in probably a year, and then I think we played 4 games that same day.
Yeah, painful.
Yeah, but no, they did a great job. It was what was the charity?
Neurosurgery Kids Fund at the Stollery.
So there was a lot of money raised for that, and they did a phenomenal job organizing the whole tournament. So
1 year we won it. It was at Gark, but I remember Darcy Seaton was playing as well from CTV. Dusty. We had Jespo out.
Okay, yeah.
But 1 year I was like, we're winning this thing. And I just went on full tilt and I scored a couple of nice goals in the final, and people were angry, and I'm sorry, Branco. But yeah, that was a good tournament. Anyway, but those four games in one day was super painful.
Yeah. No, I hadn't done that since, like, minor hockey, when you're in those tournaments and your gear weighs 500 pounds by the time you're done in the evening.
And your feet, you're just like, I can't even step. You're like,
I don't think I didn't even want to go down, like, on the last game, because I don't know if I went down, it'd be a tough time getting
back up.
Yeah. So I was Kirk McLeaning it for the last game. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. So it was good.
Sorry, Maddie, I interrupted.
No, good memories. I just had to do the portion, the Hive read there. Did you want me to read some of the stuff that came in the nasty chat? Because
where's the controversy?
So people are now trying to put this on Surveyor Brett. And so it goes, because Loki did say, please give my Mr. Mike gift cards to Christy. So I think there was 2. So we'll throw.
He said he'd love for you and your wife to enjoy them.
Well, date night.
All right.
Big Maple. Hear me out. Surveyor Brett was snubbed at the Estes and used Chris G as a way to create this tornado of turmoil in order to deliver an epic speech and claim his trophy at this year's Estes. Box Pounder says, I think you're onto something here. Big Maple also can still tag at Loki, but not Surveyor Brett. And Brett seemed very invested in this today. Then it goes.
But then scroll down further.
Well, and then EST winning Normology comes
Subject
in.
number 2.
What up? I'm coming in late. Which Big Maple then goes, is it sort of Normology then? Or Grumpy Cat, aren't they besties? And then
they are.
Looking at Normology, looking through the chat, this seems like the ballyhoo.
Grumpy Cat
and
also.
now Surveyor Brett's back in. I ref that one at the GARC. Isn't that where your nickname came, Gazzola?
Yes. Yes, it did.
And now I know Surveyor Brett, Grumpy Cat, Normology. I think there's one more. They all work together. And they're in a group chat at work together.
Jeepers.
So that's where it's like, I don't know where this is all connected. And like, is Surveyor Brett telling? Because I don't think it's Normology.
I don't think it's Normology. And Grumpy
Cat. Did Surveyor Brett say, hey, I need you to jump into the nasty chat right now? But why would Surveyor Brett answer Kind of Easy Trivia a couple days ago with Chris?
Right.
That's the part that's
and
getting
keep in
me,
mind,
because he will go win those.
Chris G was set into motion well before this trip.
Yes.
Yeah.
This has been a
So he was
pseudo handle.
commenting using that handle before this whole
Because that's where Big Maple's like, hey, Chris
There's got to be somebody that has the intellect.
Brelando, thank you, Surveyor Brett's the other one that works all together.
It's the intellect to go with it as soon as that happened the day of the announcement.
Now,
I don't know Grumpy Cat for that long.
well, Grumpy Cat texts and says Normology isn't smart enough to pull this off, which I respect that comment. And
also, I'm an ex-Wildcat, Jay, says Loki.
uh-oh.
You're now thinking.
Uh-oh.
What?
Your eyes
He
just-
says, Loki jumps in, also, I'm an ex-Wildcat.
Well,
Jay.
these are lies. That's no,
Who knows the
SD
truth?
winning.
Now it's- how do you know what's,
Wildcat.
It's not an
Tangled in his
SD
web.
winning. I don't think SD win. Because I think what
I
they
don't know
mean,
what to believe.
I believe when they say SD winning, they mean they're going to win one this year. For controversy of the year. So now they're like, I'm going to be an SD winner.
Ex Wildcat.
I think we're in a full-on
This is
Riddler
so
situation
good.
here.
This is so good.
I love this.
Oh, Berlando had that's a fact. I'm thinking to Normology. to Normology.
Normology is a very bright character.
He's quite enjoyable. He's
So-
that whole crew
They're great.
is very, very with it.
yes.
I will say this. I don't think we're going to get to the bottom to this today. But man, has it been some sort of day
This is
here.
a Pepe Sylvia situation. If you watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Once again, this is the EST Hangout presented by Sentinel Storage, Canada storage experts, more than 2 decades helping Canadians through life's transitions. For more details on convenient locations or to get in on their deal, which goes till January 31st, which is 75% off 12 weeks on 5x5 units. Check them out, sentinel.ca. I got hang time on that one. We got 2 NFL games on Sunday. Who we liking for this? Good luck. Your team's in it. Yeah.
Thank you.
How nervous are you?
I'm not.
No? Is this just gravy train
way
for you?
more nervous last week against the Lions because the Lions are and were a juggernaut. And I didn't know if the Commanders could go blow for blow with them because that's what would have to end up being as a shootout. The Lions screwed themselves, man. If they just kept running the ball with Jahmyr
Oh, I
Gibbs,
know.
they would have
Yeah.
ran all over the Commanders. They would have controlled the clock as well. They got in their own head, and that's what I'm banking on for the Eagles and Nick Sirianni, who's a very emotional coach. If the Commanders come out and start laying the bootstraps to him, I could see him getting off his game plan, which he shouldn't. Saquon Barkley is legendary. If you just hand the ball to him, you're going to win. But if they don't and they get out of their game plan and allow the Commanders to dictate the pace of play, I think your boy's going to the Super Bowl. The other game, I don't know. I do. My money's on Buffalo. Chris D.
Oh yeah, Buffalo for sure.
Who's
Yeah.
your team?
Yeah, who is
Well,
have
you
a
know
team?
what? I'm a big Rams fan now, so
Oh,
boy.
I'm a big Eric Dickerson fan now. Now that I got his jersey.
Wow.
No, I'm not a KC fan, so I'm rooting for the Bills for sure. And then obviously that game, yeah, it's a lot more interesting now that they got past the Lions, so they have a lot of confidence going in that game. I think, and also with Hurts, I don't know if it was his knee or
His knee, yeah.
at the end of that game, the tail end of that game. That might, I don't know if it's still lingering or not.
He looked very ginger in practice. Sal Paolantonio had a hit
Yeah.
from practice yesterday, and boy, he did not look
Yeah,
he was
so-
hardly moving.
yeah,
So
yeah. So if that's still going to be,
I
lingering
hate
there.
the Eagles. God, I hate the Eagles.
You know, I there's a thing. Part of me, I hate them more than the Chiefs.
Oh, well, me
But
too.
why?
I don't like Philly.
Me too.
I cheer against
hate,
the 76ers. I cheer against the Eagles.
I hate Philadelphia.
I don't care
teams.
for the Flyers.
It's a dirty city.
I
Yeah.
don't like the Phillies. Not a fan of the Phillies. Maybe it's the fan base. I kind of like the fan base with that they throw batteries on their football players and they boot Santa and all that stuff. But also it's like you guys are a little too crazy. But I don't like Philly. I cheer against Philly, and I would rather see the Commanders beat the Eagles than the Bills beat the Chiefs. Straight up. If I could
Yeah.
get one thing this weekend,
Yeah, that's fair.
I would rather see the Eagles lose over the Chiefs.
Do you also believe Nick Sirianni has a punchable face?
Yes.
Because a lot of people are like, I just want to punch that guy. And I watched last week. I was like, oh, okay.
What did they show? There was that picture of him looking like that kid from Elf, with his tube down, a little
Right.
brim to the side. Oh yeah.
Oh, I got a video of Jalen Hurts moving at practice with his left knee
Is he
issue.
ginger?
Oh, that's a little too loud.
That's very loud.
Um,
I have no
yeah,
qualms
it's moving
against
a little.
the Chiefs, by the way. Go ahead.
no, I'm just showing them, and then it's not moving great.
Yeah. Like I said, if you have a stud like Barkley, I wouldn't worry too much.
Give him
about
the
that,
ball.
but yeah.
I'm
Not
just
giving the ball
hoping
the
that they
whole
can
time.
get in their own head. And I don't see the beauty of the Chiefs Bills game is that either way, unless you're that's your teams,
Mhm.
But for the casual or like me, a Commanders fan, either way, that's a win. Because if Buffalo wins, they get over the hump and they get to the big game.
And the Chiefs
and
are out.
Josh Allen is a likable guy. He's very likable. If the Chiefs win, well, they get back to the dance and they have the chance at making history. Say what you want about the Chiefs, but 3 in a row has never been done. So it does add really good, storylines to the Super Bowl. But I also think that whoever comes out of this NFC game is going to crash the party at the Super Bowl and win.
Deal with an Eagles one, maybe?
No.
Stupid
Commies.
Eagles. I hate the Eagles. I don't want the Eagles. I would love that story. I would love the story of the Commanders coming in and like on a year notice and going through the entire NFC and all of a sudden getting there and winning it all and everyone going, where was this? Like no one would have
Nobody
predicted this
would
at
have
the
picked
start of the
him.
year.
Yeah.
And you're a fan of them. And you didn't even pick them at the start of this year.
Well, no, because I'm realistic.
That's the thing. That's what, like, even fans, I don't think there's any Commanders.
The biggest problem I have with the potential of the Commanders going to the Super Bowl is that there's a two weeks in between, obviously.
Right.
Which I think helps them.
And I've been massaging whatever you want to call on my face along since the wild card weekend when they beat Tampa Bay, and I hate it. I never grow anything on my face. I hate it. I want to itch my face off. I almost shaved the other day, and
What does April say about this?
she hates it, and we hate it together. I don't know how you do it, Brendan. Chris, I don't know. It's just
we got like different colors of the rainbow in here, so yeah.
but that's honestly I'm not. It's very selfish to say, but
I wasn't blessed either. So.
So you want the Commanders to lose?
You guys weren't blessed. Look at this crap.
I think it looks good.
this does not look good.
I absolutely do think it looks good.
Thanks, Brendan.
Yeah, Brendan's got the best look here right now with that, and he's just saying it looks good.
How old are you, Brendan?
24.
I'm 43, and Brendan's got a top shelf beard compared to what I got.
It is formidable.
It's great.
Yeah.
See, when you actually have to say words like that, you have a good beard.
He said it's due for a trim.
You can grow one in like half a day.
No.
Look at you.
That
Look
just
at
showed
that.
up in the
It
last
doesn't
couple
show.
months.
Look at that thing.
Well, you just said no.
Yeah, right?
Matt, can you grow it for a week?
No.
Why?
I don't like it.
I know, but can you?
No.
What would it look like?
I don't know. It's been
You
a
are
long
a
time.
hairy
I have
dude.
zero interest in doing
You
it.
are
But
a
it's out on the
hairy guy.
face. It doesn't come and stuff. So I'm like, it's not one. I'm not doing it.
You hairy chest too?
Not that much.
How are those shoulders?
How about the shoulders?
There's
Bit
something like
fuzzy?
it's. Well, no, it's not that. But like it's just like it's dark hair. It's
coarse.
thin hair.
I don't have any. I like no chest hair, no shoulder hair, no back hair.
Yeah.
I'm like a hairless cat
Yeah.
everywhere except my face, which I hate.
Yeah. No.
Go commies.
I really hope they win.
I think they showed like a
It's just a
graphic
better
of
story.
who's cheering
it'll
for
be a way
who
better story.
in the
Yeah,
U.S.
100%.
And it's like the entire of the U.S. is on
Commander
Commanders,
side, except for that
on
one little
the Bills, except for
spot.
Bills Commanders would be
Yeah.
great, but I could live with Commanders Chiefs. I don't want Eagles because then I'm cheering for the Bills or the Chiefs completely. Like I want the Commanders to win the Super Bowl right now. If I had to pick one team to go win it all, it's the Commanders. I don't like the Eagles, and as much as I want like the Bills, they're going up against the Chiefs. They are still now like come up rivals with my Ravens, and I don't want either of those two teams to win. If I had to choose.
This is the beauty, Chris, and then now you have to get in on the
Oh,
nasty chat
100%.
because it is the
Yeah.
beauty of the inner workings of the nasty chat, how they just fester and talk amongst themselves.
It is its own ecosystem.
It's just like coffee
Yes.
talk
Yeah.
in the nasty chat. They're sussing this out as we speak.
I love
and
this.
I just like Brendan. If we had the capabilities, like you would have thrown the Spider-Man graphic up
meme, yeah. Like,
meme. Like, who is it? It's you. It's you. It's me. Like, this is just so good.
Surveyor Brett. Now that's where I think the Surveyor Brett theory has some legs. Because
I do too.
He's not only is he an EPCOR employee and a linesman, so you know he's sketchy right out of the gate, and you know he doesn't work very hard, and they work in small bursts. He has the time to do this. He's probably on one of 14 coffee breaks right now, scheming how to keep this bad boy going. Guaranteed. I've seen him in action because he's done the work outside our building, both sides.
I think low key should shut her down. Like go rogue or go dark for like a month. Because what I'm seeing from low key, you're gonna give up the ghost here pretty soon, bud.
Nasties are onto him. Like
Yeah.
we've got some like detective shit happening right now.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy to bring some
This is great.
drama to a Friday
I
morning.
love it.
Pete Carroll to the Raiders.
Yeah, that was this
Yeah.
morning.
I like that move.
Oh yeah.
I like Pete Carroll.
I can't stand him.
Why?
Do you want to punch him in the
Because
face
Yeah,
too?
he looks too good at his age.
Gum chewing face.
Like he could be in the most handsome draft.
Learn how to chew your gum. What are you, a horse?
He's a Super Bowl winning coach.
I don't care.
He looks good.
Run the damn ball with
73 whatever.
Marshawn Lynch.
That's true.
Still mad about
Should have
that,
been
huh?
a 2-2. It should have been 2 Super Bowl wins.
I could care less, but
Couldn't care less.
couldn't care less.
Could care less has actually now become acceptable.
That's like irregardless,
I know,
which is not
but
not correct.
I think like
It's like in the Urban Dictionary.
it's
something?
or
Yeah.
somewhere in like I
Awful.
think it's actually like legit dictionaries out there of now because it's become so common
Awful.
that people say I could care less, even though it's wrong, that it's now acceptable.
as long as I seen doesn't get in there and become acceptable, because that is bad English. You have seen.
Do you think
or
you could even
saw.
purchase a dictionary?
Yeah.
Like a paperback?
Have you gone to a Chapters ago?
No.
They're great. Bookstores are amazing. Go walk a bookstore.
Okay,
They
nerd
are
alert.
quite
There's you wanna know something? I'm okay with being called a nerd for that one. I love a good.
Don't you just
Good
read
bookstore.
on your Libby app, bruh?
I like a hard copy.
Okay.
I have
That's what she said.
I have
Oh!
Heyo.
I have a tablet to read ebooks and stuff. I prefer sitting down, holding a book, and reading it.
Yeah, I could understand that for sure. Hernan reads on the little thing.
Yeah, he's got
what's
the
it called?
Kindle.
Kindle, whatever.
Something like
Kindle.
that.
Yeah.
And it's just trippy because it's like a computer screen, but it doesn't look like a computer screen.
Yeah,
It's like a
It's
mat.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very weird.
doesn't
He
have as
says
much
it doesn't hurt his
backlighting.
eyes. Like he said, it's like
I got myself a tablet to read more of. Like I have some ebooks. I just don't prefer audiobooks. Are weird too. I've been listening to one.
I
right
couldn't
now.
do an audiobook.
But yeah, go to a bookstore and you'll find dictionaries. They are things.
they still make them.
Yes.
They're
They
not
have
just
their own
called.
section too.
Yeah, probably. Eh?
Yeah, reference or something, and then there's
What
dictionaries.
the
and
varieties of
there's
dictionaries are?
Thesaurus in there.
Webster's,
Webster,
Oxford,
Merriam-Webster's.
Merriam-Webster. Yeah.
And then you could get translator ones. So like if you want to go English to
Espanol.
Italian, you
Like a
can
kid's
like
dictionary.
Yeah.
You know what we need, and you nasties out there, if you know or if you have an idea, email me, jay@edmontonsportstalk.com. The word of the day on the Reed Wilkins Show is blown up. It's big.
Love it.
People expect it. People play along. We've got a soundboard dedicated to it. I reached out to the Edmonton Public Library because I said, look, this is too good of an opportunity for you guys not to get involved in here and partner up with it,
That's why you're a great businessman.
right? But they're ghosting me. Just like every Commander's guest I tried to get on today on our show, ghosting me.
Why?
I don't know. Apparently there's a magical way to get guests on your show that Maddie's for some
I
reason
didn't say there's a
keeping from me.
magical way. I didn't say there's a magical way.
He said there's an art to it.
there's an art to booking guests.
At which I said, well, tell me the art, Maddie. He says, I can't.
It's not something you just tell you right off the bat. It's like I'll go through with Brendan. I need to go through with Zach, and it takes time to train someone to book guests.
I did ask for
full art.
London Fletcher. I mean, if you're going for it, go for it.
But like it's
Shoot your shot.
Respect.
I like
Shoot your shot,
Shoot
right?
your shot. Might as well.
I have had a lot of interns who I've trained them how to book guests. It is a like month-long process that I go through to get them properly learning how to learn the tricks of playing it. So just being like, what's the art? That'd be like going to McDavid and what's the art of being so great?
Do I sound like that?
Yeah, you
Sorry.
do. You should
I
be.
hope you guys have a fist fight after this show.
We're not. I've,
love to watch
I've said
that.
he's looked good today. I said he's looked sexy, handsome.
Handsome.
And this guy's just coming at me all day today.
What's your beef, bruh?
No beef, bro.
All right, bro.
You got a full beef.
I do like beef, bro.
Bronco Nick, Chapters is awesome. All the car and sports magazines are there. Also go to, like, there's a couple really good, like, Audrey's Books is cool. There's this
That's a
thing
good
place,
place.
Porchlight Books, which is off 99th Street, across from the Route 99 Diner. That is also connected to, like, a little bar that's open up there.
Oh, yeah, in the bottom floor of that building. Hey?
Yeah,
I saw
the
that.
bookstore, it's pretty neat. It's a small little one. It's cool to go
What's
in
the
there.
bookstore on White Ave?
We book in?
No, it's on the other side of the
Oh.
street, but further down by the
I know what
Tim
you're talking
Hortons.
about.
It is amazing.
Oh,
We went in
who's
there-
the nerd now?
We went in there one day. Brendan's going to fall out of his chair.
The Edmonton Bookstore?
Yes. We went in there
That's what
one
it's
day.
called.
It
a good
is.
name.
You have to shuffle
Right to the
through.
point.
Right to the point.
You have to shuffle through the aisles sideways. That's how jam packed it is.
Sweet.
You want to know anything about World War One? There's shelves as big as this room full of World War. Like, it is so neat.
That was an incredibly huge conflict.
It
So
was.
There should be a
My
lot of
daughters-
literature on that.
My daughters are so into World War One and World War Two. My
Oh,
daughters,
same thing with my son. Oh yeah.
in color. Have they watched that on Netflix?
What did he like? All Quiet on the Western Front. I'm like, how did you watch
Yeah.
that? Oh, we were at Gigi's house and
That's
they were watching,
deep.
like you're 10.
You have a Gigi?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we have a Baba and a Gigi, and then we have a Nana and a
we had a
Papa, so
Gigi. Yeah.
we
Yeah.
got Ukrainian roots there.
I
so,
respect that very much. Like,
Yeah.
for whatever. Well,
You like the Smithsonian, right?
I very much love Smithsonian channel. It's brilliant. There's a great channel on YouTube that I watch, History Underground. JD's his name, and he goes to battlefields all across. He's doing Guadalcanal right now. I have this obscure infatuation with World War II. Although one of the first incidents of World War II occurred in my mom's hometown in Poland,
Oh no way.
where the Nazis went in and they killed a bunch of people at a radio station, dressed up as them, and then said that the Polish had killed a bunch of Germans, and my mom was on that border town that the Germans and Polish people were fighting over for years and years and years. So, and then my grandparents from Italy moved because of the war. Obviously, things were so bad in Italy. So
Wow.
it's like, yeah, it's kind of why. Well, I also had an Auntie Ruth who fought in the Polish underground. That's how she ended up here. The Nazis knew she was part of the resistance, so they got her out before the Nazis could kill her. Married a Canadian soldier when she was in England. Came here. Her sister, my Auntie Elizabeth, Polish from that town that's on the border, married Uncle Bob. Guess who he fought for in the war? Thick German accent.
No.
So I went to my mom. I'm like,
way.
"What's the deal with Auntie Ruth and Auntie?" My mom's like, "Well, very complicated." And she's like,
Christmas is like.
Uncle Bob fought for the Germans. I was like, "Was he a Nazi?" He fought for the Germans, and I was like, "This is twisted, man." So anyway,
Wow.
cool that your kids are into that.
Oh yeah, yeah, like big time.
Yeah.
Anytime there's Remembrance Day, Lennon's like, when are we gonna watch the ceremonies on the TV and stuff? So
What's your hobby? Are you golf guy?
golf, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. We're just actually in the midst of booking our annual golf trip right now. So
Ooh, where are you thinking?
What are we
this
hitting?
year's we're doing Invermere. We've done the Invermere tour. We've done the
love
Kimberley
that.
tour, Northern Alberta, Central, Southern. So
Any-
this year it's we're staying close to Copper Point and
Excellent.
doing that. Grey
What's in
Wolf,
the
you go-
bag?
Grey Wolf,
What's in the
yeah.
bag, Chris? I always like to know.
Well, I'm in between. I usually go like 2 or 3 years without a driver. So
Whoa.
yeah, I know. So I use just my 3-wood and my 5-wood, and
'Cause you know it. It's
Because I
reliable.
know for some reason I swing differently when that driver's in my hand, and I just don't even want to look at it. So,
Trying to swing
Well,
too hard.
so I sell it, and then I'll go 2 years, and then my 3-wood doesn't work, and then I'll probably go back to a driver, and then
Are we looking at the
So-
QI35 then?
no, probably not.
Because I was gonna say, should I do it? But fine, I can't take it.
Yeah.
Is that the
I'm,
new one Murray was talking about?
Taylor
Yeah,
made.
and he's
Tailor-made?
like, go get fitted. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
get off my
I
wallet.
say that every year that I need to get fitted. Like all my buddies,
Yeah.
we all turned 40 a couple of years back, and that was kind of we pitched in money, and then everybody got to go get fitted. I bought a putter instead, so
What's your putter?
it's a PXG. I did like the
Oh.
yeah. I went online. You can pick all the different
Yep.
things. You can your grip, your shaft, your everything. So
How did it turn out?
terrible. Yeah, yeah. Looks like I should have spent it on lessons instead. So
You're 3-jacking everything.
yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, I look great on the putting green.
You
and
look
then
good
just,
though, yeah.
Ask that
Yeah.
question. Now that we're talking about golf.
I've got like 30, like a minute or so left here, so we got to be very
Holy,
quick
that
with
went
it then.
fast.
But it was Masters. It was brought up on the morning show, but I've seen this brought up a lot of other places. If let's say one round, or I guess I'll just go one round. You putt from the edge of the green
yes,
at
yes.
Augusta. The entire field though is golfing from the tees.
Oh.
Can you win the Masters?
So averaging, if you average 3 putts or 3.2 putts, you'd win.
Yeah.
But
Same crowd.
You're going same field.
Yeah.
that's a great question.
Am I this
Same
by
crowd.
myself?
Yeah.
Or
Great
people-
question.
It's
Is the
Sunday.
gallery all
Yeah.
around?
It's Sunday.
following each
For some
hole?
reason, they said this year we're going to only do one round on the Sunday. It's full crowd. All the golfers are teeing up, but you get to drop your ball at the edge of the green and putt your way in every single hole.
I'm still missing
Continuing
the cut.
Masters.
Yeah, even though it's Sunday,
I don't think
I'm
that's
still
happening.
missing.
I'm gonna 5-putt or whatever that guy did. We got a 13 last week. I went like 7 or 8 out of the bunker, and yeah, I feel like I'd putt like off the green.
I don't think anyone would birdie a par 3.
You might get lucky the odd time.
that part. Yeah, the odd par 5 maybe. Just keep it.
I remember James Duthie speaking to him, and he got a chance to golf it, and he got a caddy with him.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
The caddy was like explaining to him, like, you're not even close to your line.
Yeah.
Like, and he would have to, like, because the greens, the ungulation and all of that, and the speed of it is ridiculous. And most golfer would not have a clue of what would happen.
Yeah. We golfed Pebble, like, I think it was 9 years ago. My son was 1, and my family, there was the 4 of us, my mom, my dad, my brother. And same thing, we had a caddy, and we'd be on the green, and he'd be standing like over here, the hole's over here. He's like, just putt right to me. I'm like, there's no way.
Right.
Really?
But sure as anything, you just like tap it halfway, and then this thing. But some of the greens were just tiny too.
That's
like
tough.
It was crazy, like what you see on TV, and then when you're actually on there, it was crazy. So
That would be
crazy
so cool.
opportunity though.
Well, Chris, I'm glad we learned that you're not in the nasty chat.
Yeah,
Congratulations
round of clicks.
once
Thank
again
you,
on the
thank
trip.
you.
Glad you
Thanks
guys
for
had a
having me.
great trip. Thanks for also taking a day to come in.
Hey, yeah,
This was
you
a fun
betcha. I
hangout.
Can't complain.
We had a great
thanks for having
time.
me. I appreciate it.
Brendan, good work. Fine there. Well done.
I enjoyed
Looking
him
forward to those
laughing.
Coming up next, Lock Shop. It is Huss. It is Jake Bull and Moss, and I think I'm going to be joining at some point on the show today. We got the oil stream, you and Hernan.
Yep.
EST Afternoons, Rudy Wilkins Show with J-Mill. And that's all to come here on Edmonton Sports Talk today. Tomorrow, we've got Hello Hockey live from local. You also got the GCLD's oil stream pre and post game shows tomorrow. And then, have a great weekend for everyone else out there. Thanks for tuning in to the EST Hangout presented by Sentinel Storage. Again, thanks for coming in, Chris. On behalf of Chris, Jay,
Thanks for having me.
Tom, Brendan, I am Matt. Lock Shop coming up in just a few minutes right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton Sports. Don't go anywhere.
Let's go. There you go, right in front of the camera.
First-time guest, long-time listener, fan of the original draft commissioner.
Welcome to the EST Hangout presented by White Claw Hard Seltzer. The difference is clear. Matt Iwanyk, Tom Zola with here. Joining us today,